Now, Sri Lanka versus India, we're right down to the wire. The third test match, 1-1, and absolutely everything to play for, including lots and lots of pride. So we're all looking forward to this test match. We have been now for 3 or 4 days, and I can tell you the weather down here has been nice and fair as well. It's a lovely place that we're at here, and just looking at this lovely ground, you can see there the weather is, well, it's pretty typical for this time of the year. Sure, it's warm, sure, it's a bit sticky, and, well, there's been some clouds around this morning. Certainly the side that decides to field first, or fields first, will love a bit of cloud cover, but the batting team, they'll want beautiful sunshine. I think we'll get a little bit of each as far as this test match is concerned today. So. Well, on the first morning of every test match, there's always a lot of speculation about the pitch and how it'll play. One way or the other, I can tell you that this place always scrubs up beautifully. Ranil Labanayaka does a good job here, and today is absolutely no exception. Everyone has been out there having a close look at the pitch, and, well, I get the feeling that one or two of these captains these days are a little bit nervous about batting first. They tend to want to put the opposition in just to get that little nastiness in the initial stages out of the way. Barry Richards knows all about pitches. Let's hear what he's got to say.
Thank you, Tony. Terrific conditions for cricket here. A nice day, and obviously a great outfield. I think the fielders are really going to appreciate that. The pitch, always important. If I go down here on a good length, it's a very good wicket, nice and hard. But if I go like that, there's a few grass clippings that have been rolled into this wicket, which indicates that it might dry out as the match progresses. If I was captain, I would win the toss and bat. But I don't think either side has got enough bottle. It's 1-1. It's very delicate in the series, and I think that they're going to stalk each other. I feel that the captain who wins the toss on this is going to put the other side in. Right, well, there we are. They're going to stalk each other. That's interesting. Some clippings there. There's also a little bit of live grass there, and Barry Richards, no doubt about it, he would bat first. Mind you, he could play. So it'll be interesting to see what the captains decide to do. Well, the captain wins the toss. Ravi Shastri's made his way out of the centre. He's with the Stalkers.
Thank you, Tony. So the coin will go up for the final time in the Test series. Sanath Jayasuriya to spin the coin. Heads is the call from Ganguly. And heads it is. Well, Saurav, you've won the toss again. What have you decided?
We'll bat.
Morale of the boys nice and high. Tremendous win in that second test.
Yeah, it was a good win back in Kandy. I thought we played very disciplined cricket. We got to do the same thing here.
What do you think about the pitch?
Well, it's going to do a bit in the first half probably, but we're going with 2 spinners, so we got to bat first, and because I'm not too happy batting fourth, although we won the test match up at Kandy. And I think it's going to turn as the test match progresses, so we're going to make use of the leggy.
Even though you won that test match, a lot to be learned from that second test.
Yeah, it is actually, you know, because we could have probably batted a bit better in the first innings, because I think the first innings is very important in a test match. You got to bat big, and another thing what one should learn is not to give it up. And 264 was a big total, you know, but I thought we played positively, and it was a big game.
Leg spinner playing today, Sairaj Baudil?
Yeah, he's playing today. He's been bowling well. He bowled well in the test match in Madras, and I just get a feeling this might start turning, so probably have another spin.
Have a good game, Saurav.
Thanks, Rory. Thanks.
Well, Sanath, you've lost the toss again. Disappointed?
Not really, because HCC wicket always hard and good wicket, and it won't be a big difference.
How are the boys? They put the disappointment of the second test behind them?
Yeah, always, because you can't play with those past game. I think it has gone, and it's a fresh game today, and we have to play positive.
A lot of talk in the media about the composition of your side, whether to play an extra batsman or an all-rounder. What have you decided?
We have decided with all-rounder Thilan Samaravira, number 7 position, and who can spin and he can bat also. And also we are playing Dilip Liyanage. Ruchira Perez is out.
Comeback game for him after a long time?
Yeah, after I think 7 years, he has been he did a lot of hard work, and I think he has succeeded. I hope he will do his best.
Have a good game, Sanath.
Thank you, Ravi.
So the news from out here in the centre is that India won the toss and they've decided to bat.
Well, Ravi, you can see the wind's getting up a little bit. That's nice and pleasant for the fielding side. Good to see the captain winning the toss, batting first. I think that's a step in the right direction. It's a positive move. You heard Barry Richards say that he would do that. Well, the teams, you heard what they had to say. Just the one change in that Indian lineup. Sairaj Bahutule has decided, well, he's been brought into the side. So next a bit of spin in that team. And, of course, from the Sri Lankan point of view, it's interesting. They've left out Ruchira Perez. I'm a bit surprised at that. There's the Indian side. You can see there the Indian Bahutule down there, fourth from the bottom. He's the only change in the side. Out of the side, Havinder Singh is the man that's missed out. And Sri Lanka, well, as far as they're concerned, they have made a more dramatic change. Ruchira Pereira is a surprise for me. Suresh is out, I expected that. And they've brought in Dulip Lienagay, all-rounder, and Tilan Samarawera now. I'm looking forward to see him bowl. He's an off-spinner, 2 all-rounders in the middle order there. So they've got a little bit of extra batting and also a little bit of extra bowling. A nice, balanced side.
Really struggled with the bat.
Beautiful shot. Now, Sri Lanka should learn, or should have learnt, not that Chaminda Vaas meant to bowl that there, but Ramesh is so strong off his legs, no matter what the length is. Times the ball very, very sweetly indeed. Look at that. Beautiful balance. Cannot bowl there to him.
He's fed him on his strength, straight down the leg side on that occasion. Chaminda Vaas, neat clip, just a deft touch on that one. Watch out for the fierce Lions. Well, yes, it's an even battle at the moment.
Again, beautifully played. Anything like straight and he'll work you away. That's 2 boundaries for Ramesh this morning in identical fashion. 12 for no wicket. Steady start from the visitors. Such beautiful timing. Well, he's got 4 for that. And I wouldn't say that was lucky in any way. It was a good bit of bowling, certainly. But he played it nicely. There was no danger that the ball was going in the air at any stage. He's got a cross. Played it with soft hands. It's gone straight down and through the gap for 4.
Pretty deliberate on that occasion, totally in control of the situation, just in the nick of time, at the last moment, opens the face of the bat, really runs it down to third man. It's a pretty deliberate attempt from Das.
Well, that's a good shot, nicely played, right on his toes, and that's been cut away across this lovely outfield for 4. Will it get there? Yes, I think it will. Right in the middle of the bat. That's a long boundary down there, and it's gone all the way.
Confidence booster for Das, short and wide, rising, but Das on his toes, gets the maximum height and cuts it away in the gap. Lovely shot, didn't try to hit it too hard, just got up on his toes, in fact off the ground, and got the placement right. And on this ground, when you hit it in the middle, you get value for money. It's a lovely outfield.
Chairman of selectors and the captain having a little chat together, all smiles together. Oh, lovely shot, beautifully played. Well, so Sundar Das is certainly playing some lovely shots here. That was one of the best he's played today. That's the end of the over. It's 35 for none.
That's a beautiful shot by Das. Just see how he rocks onto his back foot. Doesn't try to hit it too hard. Got the timing perfect. Head over the ball. Left elbow straight up into the gaps. And off it goes. 4 runs. Lovely shot. Sure would give him loads of confidence.
Well, that's nicely played. Beautifully played away down to the boundary for 4. This is a dominant opening partnership by the Indians. They've got off to a tremendous start here, and it's this sort of confidence, this sort of shot, that will give them even more.
Poor cricket by Vaas. Good shot by Das. Ball short and enough time to rock on his back foot and just turn it away. Plenty of gaps with just 2 fielders on the leg side. 1 at fine leg, 1 at mid-on, and oceans of space to just play it the way he wants. So Vaas would do well to concentrate on the line that his skipper has set the field for.
Oh, great shot. That's another one through the offside field that time. Magnificently played. Well, you've got to say that Sundar Das is in fantastic form right now. He's moved on to 25. It's 44 for none.
That's Das at his very best. Vaas bowling it short and wide, and look at that for a shot. Just gets back and across, gets the room he wants, and punches it into the gap. Look at that for execution. Beautiful shot. So 2 good shots on either side of the wicket in that over by Shiv Sundar Das, and that tells a story. Vaas already on his haunches.
Oh, good shot, straight down the ground. That's lovely use of his feet as well. Well, this is certainly a refreshing start. Sundar Das is playing superbly today. He's played some lovely shots, and that brings up the 50 partnership.
Beautiful shot, intentions very clear. They're not going to let Muralidharan settle down. There you see Das getting to the pitch of the ball, good use of the feet, hitting through the line and getting the placement just perfect. So they're throwing the challenge to Murali, not letting him settle down. Good batting by the Indian pair.
Oh, he's had a go at that one too, through the mid-wicket. I tell you what, I've got the feeling the Indians have decided. The Indians have decided we are not going to let Muthaiya Muralidharan bowl. We are going to get after him. There is a little theory around world cricket that Muthaiya Muralidharan has been treated with too much respect over the years, and that you've got to smack him, you've got to get over the top, and that way he loses it a little bit. Well,
That's driven through the offside. Excellent timing. Another boundary for the Indians. And this scoreboard really rattling along.
This is a beauty. Just picks it up and hits straight through the line. Down on the one knee to make sure the weight goes forward. Didn't really bother getting the foot to the line of the ball. It's such a good wicket. You see that there's no movement. You can hit through the line, and such a good timer. He's one of the better timers. Ball races away. 3-4s.
Lovely shot. Punch down the ground. The timing is good again. And the 8th boundary for Shiv Sundar Das. This is what you mean by very little margin for error. This was fractionally overpitched.
Nicely through the ball. Not having to worry about too much movement. And again, the placement excellent. 8 very good boundaries from SS Das.
Das would be apprehensive when he's driving. It's basically a defensive ploy.
well, that's a lovely shot. Well, that time definitely into the gap. That's been one of the features of his innings today. I've got to say that there have been occasions where I've watched him play that he's played some lovely shots straight to the field. But that one and quite a few others today have been exquisitely timed. It was just slightly over pitch. Sure, he's away from his front pad a little bit, but it was executed very well. You see him leaning into the bat. Look how he finishes up too. Lovely shot, lovely follow through. It's uppishly played away, and oh, it's beaten the fieldsman. Yes, he's beaten him on that occasion. That's gone down to the boundary for 4, and that brings up his 50. That's his 6th half-century. Sundar Das, he's played superbly today, and this was an example of the sort of timing we've seen from him today. And I can tell you the Indians, having won the toss and batted first, would be very happy with this. Just have a look at this. Wide of the fieldsman, uppishly played. It bounced away, but there was no one there, so well, it's the timing really that beats the fieldsman, there's no doubt. So
get the batsman to be familiar with that delivery. He's gone. In the end, a terrible shot. After doing all the hard work. Classic off-spinner's delivery. Beating the right-hander in the flight and going through his defence.
Well, he won't want to see this again, SS Das. This is a shocker for him. Decided he was going to go down the wicket, found he wasn't there, and then just carried on with the shot. It just spun enough, hits the leg stump, head up in the air, nowhere near. And that's a disappointment for both Das and India. Headed by the throat. They've given Sri Lanka a sniff. He's out for 59, 97 for 1.
So Rahul Dravid comes out to the middle. Close to 4,000 runs in the game. A very healthy average. 900s, 21 50s. Comes in at a stage for India have got off to a good start. They've just lost the wicket of Das. Muralidharan getting the better of the young opener. And out in this fashion, just lifting his head. And that took the eyes of the ball. Not really getting across and close enough to the line to have a second line of defence. The ball gets through and crashes into leg stump.
Yes, he never really got into any sort of position to hit it. You can see where that front foot was, way out of line. So often when you go down the wicket, you do misjudge it, but you've got to be quick enough to realise that and then just get the pad across. He's done it on 1 or 2 occasions. This time his judgment really let him down. You can see here that, watch how the left foot goes to the side, and that's to try and give him a big wind-up. Went down the wicket, but in the end, it looks a long way, but not quite far enough.
So the run rate dropping after the loss of Shiv Sundar Das. That's punched down the ground. He's such a good timer of the ball, and this should be the first boundary after lunch.
Well, if you contrast that presenting the full face and what he did to the last delivery from Murali, you can see the difference. Watch this. Lovely full face of the bat. You can see the maker's name, the bowler, and that's where the ball should be going. There's no turning in the hands this time, and he's got a much better result.
Caught, beautifully caught, very sharp chance.
Once again, he's foxed Sadagopan Ramesh, luring him into the drive, playing on the up Ramesh. It's the turn, the big booming turn that he gets, which really bamboozles Ramesh on that occasion, straight in the hands of Mahela Jayawardene. He's not going to make any mistakes. The wily fox has struck. He's up to his tricks once again. Sadagopan Ramesh departs for 46. India 115 for 2.
So 24 runs since lunch. 2 wickets have fallen, which is just what the home side required. As the captain of India comes out to bat, Sourav Ganguly hasn't had a great tour up until his last innings. 98 not out, match-winning innings to level the series. This is Wise out there. Very sharp chance. It's gone quite quickly off the outside edge. Excellent catching by Mahela Jayawardene. Very happy with the part that he played in that, and every right to be. So, 2 new batsmen at the crease now. 15 and 4 in the first test, 18 and 98 undefeated. Oh, well, he's given him out, didn't play a shot, did go down the wicket. Muralitharan certainly tested his vocal cords, and Ganguly a little bemused.
That's a real horrendous decision on that occasion, a real shocker as far as I'm concerned. Ganguly stepping down the wicket, he's yards down the wicket, then he pads up. There's nowhere the umpire was going to be certain that that one was going to hit the stumps. Still, the ball has got to go at least 10 yards. Well, he is shocked. As far as I'm concerned, really was a poor decision. Sourav Ganguly departs in unfortunate circumstances. India reeling at 119 for 3.
Well, Mohammad Kaif, the man coming to the crease now, reasonably inexperienced, just his 4th test match, only averaging 24, but as a specialist batsman one would expect that to improve, obviously. And what a position he's come in at. Clean sheet all morning, now 3 wickets in 40 minutes. Here we go. Down the wicket, haven't played at it, hit him on the shin bone. He hasn't played a shot, so it doesn't matter about how wide it is, that it's outside the line. The question is whether umpire Orchard can be certain that that is going to hit the stumps, being that the ball still has about 7 or 8 feet to travel. That's the question.
Ash and Ramesh played really well for the opening partnership. They really did well. They put on 97. That's well played. Beautifully executed. The use of the feet there, very cleverly done, and a nice shot for 4.
It's a very good shot. The gap was there between mid-off and point. The invitation was there for Dravid, but the extra flight and the slowness of the delivery allowing him to get to the pitch of the ball. See that good stride forward, really getting close to the pitch, not allowing it to spin and putting it away.
Oh, good shot, beautifully played. That's through the covers for 4. Well, they've got four fieldsmen almost, well, three saving 1 and 1 on the drive there. And that will be a bit of a relief now. Just have a look at this. Nicely played. Let's see some shots, young man. I think you'll feel much better.
Yes, he's a free-flowing player, and he's dispatched this one away nicely. Lovely balance, nice full face of the blade. That should do his confidence some good.
Oh, good shot. Another good shot. Up on his toes, and he's flicked that one away down towards square leg. Well, that's more like the Mohammed Kaif that we've heard all about. He's on 8, 2 4s. It's 134 for 3. Just have a look at this short delivery. Boy, did he get into a nice position there, and did he hit that off the middle of the bat? Lovely shot. So there it is, 136 for 3. 50 overs have been bowled already. There's that lovely partnership at the start, 97, and then 3 quick wickets. And now we've got a partnership of 17.
Oh, it's in the air, but beautifully timed. He actually drew back on that one, and look how well he's timed it, almost all the way to the fence. And it was a check drive. Good change of pace.
Clever bowling, but very well played in the end by Mohammed Kaif. Beaten somewhat, but then checked his shot, and the timing absolutely perfect. There you go. He didn't try to hit it too hard, just held it, checked his drive, but a free flow, and Mavanatapattu does well to pull it inside the fence.
Just in a nice rhythm now, Chaminda Vaas. And that could be out, and it is. Mohammed Kaif doesn't like it. He thinks it might have been a bump ball. Chaminda Vaas, 150 wickets in Test cricket.
Great effort by Vaas, 150 wickets for him. Kaif clearly not happy that he's been given out. He reckons that he's hit the ground, but what counts is the umpire's finger. Just look at that. We can see it here. Oh, it clearly takes the bat. It clearly takes the bat, and he hit the ground at the same time. Sri Lankans are confident, and Mohammed Kaif departs for 14. India 146 for 4.
Just 4 matches for him, averaging 11. He's a better player than that. His best is only 16 not out, so he's got everything to prove in this particular knock. Controversial for Mohammed Kaif, but I reckon he hit the ground at the same time as the ball hit the bat, and he's had to depart. 146 for 4. The game is in the balance again. Badani, can he stand up and be counted?
Certainly an opportunity for Hemang Badani, and this is the decision, and wicket number 150 for Chaminda Vaas. Look at that. That's not very clear. Bat hit in the ground, certainly a noise. Kaif reckons that he hasn't touched it, but the umpire Asoka De Silva has no doubt whatsoever. Look at the disappointment. Wry smile to say, hey mate, that was never on. But this would also show you.
Well, you can tell here that's just caught the edge. Watch the slip fielders. That's normally a reaction you get straight away. Both of them, immediately hands go up. I know there's a lot of appealing today, but you just get that general sense as the ball's on the way, so the arms start to go up because they know it's hit the bat. And that's good batting, and it's through. Not fazed by the fact that it's their last over before tea. And they won't be unhappy with this, the Sri Lankans. They've managed to get 3. So drive it is down the non-striker's end. The new batsman, Badani, is going to have to face the music just before tea. And he's only just come in.
Good use of the feet, something that Dravid doesn't do too often. Gets the placement right. Samaravira a little slow on that occasion, but the Sri Lankans wouldn't be too unhappy getting the new batsman in to face 5 balls from the master spinner Muthaiya Muralidharan.
Really has had a poor time. He struggled. And that's a beautiful shot to get your first boundary with against the spin, but what timing.
Effortless shot, excellent timing. Murali tossing it up. That's the one that goes with the arm, the one, and he picked it well and played with it. Beautiful timing, placement excellent, waits on it, and just a slight turn of the wrist and off it goes. Excellent shot. When you have some game plan working, why change it? That's the question.
And that's more runs. So all the pressure built from lunch to tea has just been released a little bit. It's not the end of the world, it's only the first over after tea. But certainly the psyche shifted just a little bit for these two batsmen.
Good shot by Badani, gets the placement right, and look at the big fast bowler. Just running after the ball, good shot, positive cover drive.
A beautiful stroke. Beautiful stroke. He does time the ball nicely when he gets it all together. It'll run away for 4. That's 2 shots in about a space of 10 playing minutes. He drove Muralidharan down the ground just before the tea interval with exquisite timing. And here's another example of it.
Lovely shot, full face of the bat. Really didn't try to hit it too hard. Used the pace of the delivery. And look at that, full flow and timing spot on. Fernando, a quick bowler, but using the pace of the ball, gets it in the gap and off it raises to the boundary line. Lovely shot.
Oh, there you go, that's 4 more. So, some loose bowling from Sri Lanka.
Short and wide, and Badani is not a one to just go away from that. Slashes at it and gets the gap for 4. Not much of foot movement, but enough to freeze his hands, and off it goes. Lovely shot. 4 runs. 8 runs now of 2 successive deliveries, 2 fours of successive deliveries. Raises to 20 in 22 minutes.
Good technique. He's a fighter too. Doesn't give his wicket away often. Good shot. It's a beautiful shot. That'll run away for 4.
Excellent shot by Rahul Dravid. Look at that for a shot. Just gets to the pitch of the ball, plays with the spin, rolls his wrist at the right time, and gets the placement to go with all that. So perfect execution.
Multitude of colours in there. Just through the gap for 4. It's so easy with no third man, isn't it?
Look at the pace that the ball went off the bat. Thilan Samaravira at 3rd slip. Got his hands to it. In fact, got a good grip of it as well. But just raises onto the fence from there on. That's lovely timing. Using the pace of the ball again. Just opening the bat face at the last minute and races away. Samaravira gets his hands to it, but just couldn't stop it.
This partnership rollicking along, 42 from just 50 deliveries. Cause for concern for Jayasuriya. What an exquisite stroke that was. Goodness gracious me. Whew. 192 for 4.
Badani racing to 28 runs of just 31 deliveries, and the last shot was an absolute cracker. The fielders just stood still, no sooner it left the bat. the bowler on this occasion, giving him the room, and off he goes.
Hallmark of David Gar's career, his sweet timing of the ball. When he's out, caught behind on the leg side, in the leg gully position. Big wicket this for Sri Lanka. Beautifully caught, made it look like nothing, like a fielding practice. Dravid goes. India in a spot of bother.
Just when this partnership looked good, Dravid just down the track, flicks it, a bit of a soft dismissal, simple straightforward catch to Hashan Tilakaratne, and isn't Murali happy? They know it's a big wicket. Rahul Dravid departs for 36, India 192 for 5.
Samir Digay, the Indian wicket-keeper batsman, is playing in his 6th Test match, averaging less than 20. So he's now got to support Badani. Partnership going along so nicely until this happened. Off spinner, 10 out of 10 for having the fielder in the right place. Rahul Dravid looks to flick it round the corner, has scored some runs like that, but straight to Tilakaratne. Ooh, leading edge, nearly got back to him. Just bounced once before it reached.
Come on, chaps, come on now.
Murali, there it is, almost the leading edge, most part of it anyway. Oh, that's close. That's very close. Well, you just can't kick the ball away. That's what the rule was made for. And Murali gets his 5th of the innings, and there's still a few to go.
Excellent bowling by Muralidharan. Look at that. He tosses this one, turns it. Samir Digay offering no shot and hitting him right in the back foot. Would have taken middle and leg stump off the ground. And Digay departs for 0. India 192 for 6.
Saraj Batuli, just his 2nd Test match. Nothing to speak of in terms of statistics. Oh, he's out there. Hope he doesn't do this. You can't just kick off spinners away. You can't. It's exactly why the rule was made. By David Orchard says, use your bat or go and have a shower.
That's nicely played. He's a good timer of the ball. No chance for the fielder.
That's a great shot. One of the rare occasions that Muthaiya Muralidharan really strayed in line. That one's short, gave him ample time to rock back onto the back foot, roll the wrists over, nicely on top of the ball. Plays it very late. Now that is the key. Whistles away to the boundary for 4.
There it is. There it is. Well thought out, Murali. It was always going to happen. And it has. Badani on his way.
Well, the bait will always hide the hook. On that occasion, Muthaiya Muralidharan, the wily old fox, lures him into the drive, and Badani takes that bait, just driving on the up. Bit of turn, induces the edge. Great catch, great reflex action catch at gully. So Hemang Badani departs. 207 for 7 it is. 38 for Badani. And drinks on the field.
Harbhajan Singh is the new batsman, and I can tell you that he's made a bit of a difference with the bat on certainly one occasion, and then certainly the Sri Lankans will be hoping that he doesn't play that sort of knock here. He's a pretty bold batter, and you can see there, wonder what that little discussion's about, the two of them there having a little chat as he takes guard. Here's the wicket again. This is a very, very important wicket, and wonderful bowling. Have a look at that. He draws him out, pushes the drive, and nicely taken as well. That's a good catch too. They're never easy in that area. And once again, it's Hashan Tilakaratne. When you drive firmly at the ball goes there very easy. Boy, does he catch him easily. A beautiful fieldsman, he really is. Also might just have a hook. Well bowled, that's pretty close. Yes, he's got him. He's out LBW. Well bowled, Chaminda Vas. He really did get that one straightening down the line. Now, I don't think there was any bat in it. Our commentary box is right behind the bowler's arm here. That one did seem to me to swing down the line. He was playing forward, mind you. And, well, at the end of the day, let's see where it pitched. It pitched on middle stump, straightened down the line. Did it hit him on the back pad? Yeah, back pad. That looks plumb. Probably quite close to the top of the stumps, perhaps an inch or two below the bails, but that's good enough for me. Harbhajan Singh gone for 2. It's 2-10 for 8. Right, there we are. Zahir Khan, the new batsman, and he looks pretty serious about all this as well. And no mug with the bat, although his average is only 6.6. I don't really think that reflects his true ability with the bat.
This is clever bowling by Chaminda Vas. One at the nostrils, next one straight and up, holding its own, hitting the back foot, would have certainly taken the middle stump off the ground. Excellent bowling by the experienced fast bowler.
Yes, beautiful bowling. It definitely would have hit the stumps. It was definitely not going over the top. There we are. It's straightened out at this stage. You watch it bounce, and there it goes, straightening out. So
gives you that indication.
Well, that's in the air. Oh, and well caught. That's the end of him. Oh, what a beautiful delivery. Closed the face of the bat. It almost hit the back of the bat. It popped up in the air and beautifully taken. What a bowler Muthaiya Muralidharan. Absolutely magnificent bowling. And, I mean, really, if the top order can't pick him, how do you expect the tail enders to pick him? Watch this. He closes the face. It pops up on the onside. He doesn't know where it's gone. And nicely taken, too.
Superb anticipation by Mahela Javardhana. Zahir Khan departs for a duck. India 2-1-3 for 9.
Venkatesh Prasad striding out to the centre. It's a long walk out there. And I've got to tell you, with Muthaiya Muralidharan bowling the way he is at the moment, 7 for 79. The best figures ever on this ground in Test match cricket. And this is it again. Just watch where he was looking to hit this. He was looking to play this on the onside. And boom, where's it gone? Well caught, Mahela. And that's the end of that. So 7 for Muthaiya Muralidharan. You see how his wrist turns there. Watch the bat, the face of the bat just turns, and then the ball almost hit the back. I think it probably did hit the back of the bat. And Mahela actually did quite well. Got a long way off the ground there to take the catch. Right. There we go again, Vas. Off the edge. Third man is vacant. This will go for 4. It's all the way for 4. It's just getting back to Muthaiya Muralidharan's performance. It's the best ever on this ground. There have been a few good ones.
And that's Venkatesh Prasad getting an edge. It doesn't matter how you get them, as long as you get them at this stage. Gets the gap between the vacant, and look at that for figures. Muthaiya Muralidharan, the leading wicket taker here, 7 for 79, followed by Daniel Vittori of New Zealand, Chaminda Vas, Rumesh Ratnakar, both medium pacers getting 6 wickets each. Rumesh Ratnakar, then Muthaiya Muralidharan yet again.
But since then, well, 3 and 6 in Kandy, so it's hooked away down to the boundary. Will it go for 4? Yes, no trouble. Another 4. Well, some valuable runs being scored here.
Useful runs. Bahutule knows that Venkatesh Prasad might not last long, showing an aggressive intent, and shot by Vas, hooks it and hooks it well, and a slow moving Thilan Samaravira should have been diving at it, stopping every run. Instead takes the foot option and goes for 4. I'm sure his skipper would be disappointed with that, but good positive shot here by Bahutule. Anything in line, he's offering the bat. I think that's what he's trying to do.
That's in the air. It's over the top of mid-off, and it's bouncing down towards the boundary for 4. So 4 more very valuable runs. Bahutule taking every opportunity to smash it away to the boundary. That's the end of the over. It's 2:32 for 9.
And that's the last delivery. Bahutule doing well, hitting through the line, going under it, getting the elevation, and the 4 runs. Good, clever cricket shot.
And if India do get all out, then further 2 will be subtracted. They go for the stumping here. The third umpire called for Sangakkara, very confident. I think even Bahutule, his body language suggests that he was beginning to walk.
Well, he's so confident. Sangakkara's on his way to the pavilion. And he's the wicket-keeper, not the batsman. Yeah, has he got back over that line? It doesn't look like it to me. Remember, the line belongs to the umpire. He hasn't even made an effort to get back.
Yes, I think he never thought he was out of the crease. We'll have to just look at the heel of that leg of his. And that's out, but it'll come back. Now, what's the heel? Is it on the line? I think that is out. Now you've got to watch the other leg as well, but that's come back much later. Watch the left foot. I think the heel's it's not behind the line. So I think you might just see the red light being flashed. That's what we think, but the third umpire is the one who will make the decision.
Well, I don't think any part of his foot is back over the line, purely because his foot is parallel with the line there. That's where he's got it wrong. If he'd have just lowered it straight down, he'd have been okay. But it's taking a while, and if it takes a while, then the batsman invariably gets the benefit, and rightly so.
The red light flashed, and in the end, the correct decision made. So Sangakkara justified in leaving the field. Don't forget, he bats at number 3. A tremendous performance by Sri Lanka here to bowl out India for 234. And that after they'd got a good opening partnership. Standing ovation for the champion off spinner.
That's the point, isn't it, Ravi? India have lost 10 wickets in less than 2 sessions. That's what's really being said. 91 for no wicket at lunch, and scores being muted of 400 and 450, but they hadn't accounted for this man, the spin wizard, Mutaya Muralidharan. 7 wickets in the innings. 8 wickets, I beg your pardon. He took the last wicket, of course. Look at that, just Muralidharan all the way down the right-hand side. Once again, Indian batsmen getting in. Das 59, Ramesh 46, Dravid 36, Badani 38. Got in, but got out. And that doesn't give a team a big total.
Especially when you're batting first on the day when your captain has won the toss. They expected at least one player there to get 100. You can see the partnership, great opening partnership, 97. And then the Indian innings faltering. The losing wickets at regular intervals has meant that they've been bowled out for 234. Outstanding figures. Single-handedly he's pulled Sri Lanka out of trouble, and now on top in this test match. 8 for 78, 8 for 87, I beg your pardon. All those overs on the trot. Unchanged spell for him. Vas giving him good support. So that's the line Zahid will be looking to bowl. He doesn't want to bowl in that area outside the off-stump short, because Jayasuriya is strong. He'll punish you. Like that. It doesn't matter what stage of the game, that was in the air. Jayasuriya really had to reach out for that one.
As soon as he can free his arms, he never disappoints. Bad bounce for Bahutule there. Just, it was in the air for a while, so he was looking to go to his right, maybe to catch it, but then it wasn't going to carry, and it just changes direction as soon as it pitches.
But look how far he had to reach it, so it doesn't matter what the state of the game, if it's in his area. That's 4, no third man.
No third man, and the extra slip on the onside. They've got a leg gully in. And we've seen balls directed towards the ribcage of Jayasuriya, but the gap has to be somewhere, and that's where it is, between slip and gully. Brand new ball, it'll race away for 4. Well bowled though. Bad luck.
Sri Lanka in reply. 13 for no wicket.
Right, well, there we are. The day's come to an end, and I've got to say that that was a very, very fascinating day's play. It was very good to watch. It was one of those days that, well, it just fluctuated from one side to the other. And it's always good to see a side fight back as well. So the Indians, I thought, were nice and positive. However, at the end of the day, they wouldn't be too happy with that 234. I think that that start, you can see there, those two names at the top on the left there, Das and Ramesh, put on 90-odd together. For this big match, the Sri Lanka-India final test match, the decider in the Coca-Cola Test Series. This is day 2, boy, and what a day day 1 was. What a day we've got in store for us today. There'll be all sorts of anticipation right across India and, of course, across this country as well. We really are looking forward to what is going to be a special day. Now then, let's have a look at the match summary. That's what happened yesterday. There we go. 234 India made, and of course they would have been expecting to score 350 at one stage. A good start there by Dyson Ramesh. They did their stuff, put on almost 100, and then of course, as you saw in our introduction, Muthaiya Muralidharan started to cause all sorts of problems, and boy, when he gets going, he does get going.
Well, day 2, it's dried out just a little bit. What happened yesterday? Murali, really dominant figure. As Navjot would say, he spun it like a top. What can Harbhajan do? Well, if you're a right-hander, there's a couple of little areas that he can work with, just about there and here for the left-handers. Bear in mind, though, that India have 2 world-class spinners, and how they perform against the Sri Lankan top order is going to have a big bearing on this test match.
14 runs doing the bulk of the scoring.
That was 4 more. So this over a little bit wayward from Zahir. This was pointed out by Ranjan Madagali. Jayasuriya able to score on both sides of the pitch.
That's where Jayasuriya normally plays it when he plays on the leg side. Very fine, because he gets his right foot right across the track. Most left-handers would let it come onto the hips and hit it square, but see how fine he hits it. That's because he gets his right foot way across, so he just gets a tickle.
Was the candy dismissal. That's nicely played by Patu. He'll get at least 2 here. He's pressing for 3. He wants it. Throws on its way, but he's got in fairly comfortably.
Good cricket all round by the Sri Lankan batsman. Didn't ball pitched up. See that lovely flow of the bat. Hit it through the line and played it straight. And no sooner he hit it, lovely elbow there. He was off. He was off. He knew there was 3 in it. Ran aggressively from the very first run itself and made that 3rd run quite comfortably in the end. Good batting.
Good stroke. It's not a stroke that you see too often from Zanat Jayasuriya. He tends to turn it behind square off his pads, but he's got that wide mid on. 3 more.
Good shot, Robin, very correctly said. That's not the area Jayasuriya usually likes to play it on the leg side. There you see him playing with a straighter face and then turning the wrist at the last moment, getting it into the mid-on region.
Do with dismissals.
Oh, yes.
Straight away, turn and bounce.
That's a good first ball. And look at the bounce. Look at the bounce that Harbhajan gets. This is what Murali was talking about. The bounce, which is as important as the turn.
That'll beat the backward point. Might just run away for 4. It's very quick down there. Oh, it's well fielded.
Zahir Khan angling it outside the off stump. Athapattu playing it late, turning the bat face at the last minute, gliding it away. Good shot there. Can you see how well he plays it and how positively he plays it? And he gets 2 runs for it. Back and across and plays it late. The key is playing late.
Oh, good stroke. Beautiful stroke. A little bit low on the bat, maybe, so he's only going to get a couple. Very well balanced when he played it.
This one into his leg stumps. Athapattu playing it, and just at the last moment, turning the wrist, getting the gap. Didn't try to hit it too hard, just looked for placement, watched the ball all the way onto the bat. So 2 good shots from the Sri Lankan opener.
More runs, more bat on this one. That'll run away for 4. Mid-on not even bothering. Good stroke.
Good shot, and this occasion a similar one with a little more power, and gets 4 runs for his efforts. Just look at the head, how still it is. Last minute, a turn of the wrist, little more power than the previous one, and races away to the boundary line. Very good shot from Marwan Athapattu.
Oh, it nearly wriggled through his legs. Back onto the stumps. 43 for no wicket.
Eight runs coming off that Zahir Khan over. That's a good one. Athapattu just getting an inside edge, but he had everything covered. His foot was there. You could see the ball angling into his stumps, but Athapattu gets his right pad and stops it.
Oh, they've asked the question. There was a bit of noise, a bit of batty noise there. It seemed to be just a little bit delayed. Jayasuriya just smiles and looks back down the pitch. Let's have a look to see if there was anything here. Watch his foot. Onto, oh, I've got to tell you, that's a good appeal. Now then, can you refer that? Are you allowed to refer that one?
I think that's out. There's no doubt whatsoever in my mind that ball ricocheted off the toe. It did not hit the ground. Well, that's... I personally feel that's out.
Oh, man, very difficult one, isn't it? It was interesting. The umpire said not out straight away. Obviously, one of the things that you've got to bear in mind, if he's in any doubt, he's got to say not out. But watch this. Straight onto the top of the toe. No touching of the ground there. Up she goes. A reaction straight away from the keeper and silly point. Jayasuriya. Oh, this is in the air and just short of backward point. Well, he's living dangerously. He certainly is. So, a real incident here, an incredibly difficult situation. Now, I don't know about you, but I really, as each day goes by, I get more adamant the third umpire should be able to reverse decisions. Now, if this is out, it could be the difference in winning and losing this test match. And as we can see there, it is out, but impossible for the referee, for the umpire. I think he gave a benefit of the doubt decision there, and I think that's fair enough. But if we really are serious about getting these things right, refer it upstairs and change the decision. 44 for none.
That's where I think technology should step in. Swing on the leg side on that occasion, Venkatesh Prasad, moving swing. Can't really afford to bowl outside leg stump to Sana Jayasuriya. There's no real cushion for the bowler over there. Just whips it away. That occasion, no real problem. That's why he's such a dangerous player. He's got a certain degree of arrogance in the way he bats. Capable of scoring those runs at a very brisk pace. Whenever he's at the crease, the pressure is on the opposition, there's no doubt. Oh, he's bowling! What a big wicket that is for Venkatesh Prasad, playing on to the stumps. Sanath Jayasuriya really departs in a similar fashion. He went in that fashion in Kandy. The bowler was Zahir Khan. On this occasion, the look really tells you all. Horrified, the public over there. And there's jubilation time for the Indian camp. Plays it on, a big wicket for the Indians.
Huge wicket, and once again Sanath Jayasuriya getting out by dragging the ball back onto the stumps, and I really think that the face on that character told the story, and you can see he's not very happy when he gets out, but what a wicket. So Sanath Jayasuriya out to 30, and it's 48 for 1. Sangakkara is the new batsman, a good player too. They're persisting with him at number 3. That's understandable today. It's when he's had a long time keeping wickets that sometimes he might be feeling the pressure a little bit, or the tiredness, the weariness associated with keeping. However, he's done pretty well in this position. He's already scored 100 in the series and a batting average of 37.
But I'd always have a wicketkeeper batting at number 4 or 5 because if you're fielding and had a long day in the field, it's always very difficult for the keeper to really come in if an early wicket falls and bat on. Definitely needs a break. Now, this is the big wicket. Sanath Jayasuriya departs in similar fashion, playing that one onto the stumps. Prasad, how delighted he is. He's always looked a different bowler when Sanath Jayasuriya is not around to torment him. He's come back very strong. He's had his vengeance over here. Hold him.
Pretty ordinary shot, mind you. I didn't see any movement in that delivery. It was as straight as a die. His bat seemed to be coming down at a strange angle, just a little bit wrong there. Something was wrong, and dragging it back onto the stumps. And I think when he sees that replay, Jayasuriya, he'll be upset he didn't take advantage of the little bit of a break that he had. He was obviously out, caught off his toe, so as far as I'm concerned, that phrase of swings and roundabouts comes into play here.
Always one of those players who's played with the angle bat. He's not a great driver of the ball, looks to play square of the wicket, Sanath Jayasuriya. That's the end of the over, 48 for 1. Sanath Jayasuriya, on the other hand, is one guy who's capable of turning the game around any time. He bats there for about 2 hours. You're sure that he's going to get a quick 550. That could really change the course of a game. He's given not out. I felt he was certainly out, but then Prasad making amends and really coming back very strongly.
Yes, so just having a little look at the laws of the game of cricket, law 2-3. That brings up the 50. And plenty of cheers around the ground. Every run in this test match, I tell you, is going to be absolutely vital. It's .23 in the laws of cricket. Should the bowler's end umpire be unable to decide whether or not a catch was taken cleanly, he consults with his mate at square leg. That's the first thing he does, that one all the way on the ground. And then, of course, he's allowed to go to the third umpire for a TV replay. So the key word there, I'm going to ask you the question, Navjot, what your thoughts are. Well, that's through the slips. It wasn't a catch. It was thought, and it was short, and it went down to the boundary for 4. We're going to have another look at that. A little bit streaky. In fact, that's the end of the over. We'll come back and talk about that in a minute. It's 62 for 1.
When you get rid of Jayasuriya, you always believe you have a chance. He's that one player who has the ability to take the game by the throat and really make the opposition pay.
He's got to fulfill the role that Vars had yesterday. The same combination. Block the runs and attack with Harbhajan.
That'll be 4, no third man. That's the second time he's got it away in that area, Sangakkara.
Frustration for Sourav Ganguly and for Prasad. It's a pretty good delivery, this. And Sangakkara again managing to squeeze it through the gap in the gully. Not a lot of bounce for Prasad. See the ball going straight to ground.
He's got that away. There's no gully. That will find the boundary. Just waited on it a little while longer, Sangakkara.
There's a pretty good shot, but very hard to understand when you're bowling over the wicket to a left-hander, which means it's going to spin and bounce away from him, and a lot of balls are going to go in that area. No gully. We saw Badani get caught in the gully off Murali. This would have been a mighty tough one because he hit it well, but gully is vital.
Well, it's coming now. Misunderstanding. Chance of a run out. The throw isn't good. Atapadu's back. A golden opportunity goes a begging.
Well, shocking running between the wickets here. This is Sangakkara's call. You see there, angling off. He sets off like that and he says no. So it was Sangakkara's fault and the Indians have made a hash of it. Just a half decent throw to Harbhajan and he was gone.
Oh, one ball there, Harbhajan.
75 for 1. Lovely shot. That's elegance personified. Boundary for Atapadu.
This is just a classic. Marvin Atapadu at his best. Look at that. You cannot play the shot better than that. Little check drive, keeping the full face. He knows exactly where he wants to hit it between the two fielders. That's perfection.
Westfield, 4 more. Venkatesh Prasad the culprit on that occasion.
Well, we wonder a man who's bowling, who's got a field in the covers. I'm not sure Sarav's got that one right. Again, just a little bit slow, giving Sangakkara, who's a good player off the back foot, plenty of time to get rocked back. And Prasad, well, it wasn't a great attempt. You see here, Sangakkara likes to give himself a little bit of room by going a long way back. Timed it to perfection, and Prasad helped him as well.
Oh, stumping missed. Well, in his first over, the leg spinner should have taken a wicket. But Dige got it wrong.
Dige got it wrong. Sangakkara got it wrong. Bahutule extremely unlucky not to have got a wicket here. Did everything right. Just came down the track, played down the wrong line. Dige just not good enough to collect it. A lucky reprieve for Kumar Sangakkara, just on the stroke of lunch. And that's something he'll have to work on. He was out close to lunch in Kandy as well.
That's a good stroke. Pretty well fielded, or half fielded. You got a couple there.
Harbhajan certainly saving a certain 4 there, taking the pace off the ball in the slot for Sangakkara to drive. He's very strong and good in this area. Look at that, lovely shot, and Harbhajan gets his left hand or his fingertips to the stopping a certain 4.
Oh, now he was lucky. He had some feet in the way there. Bottom edge, that was on its way to the stumps, no doubt about it.
Now this is casual. Now having a chat with the umpire and just pulling out has upset his concentration more than the bowlers. That's casual. Not really bending the left leg when he was looking to pull.
Khan, not the most successful of the seamers in terms of the figures shown there, but here's a case of captain trusting his bowler. Oh, that's a beautiful stroke. Beautifully played. And what we'll find here when we have another look at it is how late he played it. And that's critical.
Yes, this was up there in the slot, but it's been put away in emphatic fashion. That brings up the 50-run partnership. The weight going into the shot. Nice still head. Got low with that left knee of his. Good placement. And that's what the Sri Lankans can do. They're good at putting the bad ball away.
More runs. Certainly 3. Make that 4. So that's back-to-back boundaries.
Now, two tremendous shots. The first one was a good one, but I think this one's, for me, even better because he's controlled it well. He just checked his shot, just got the placement. And the timing was good enough for him to get consecutive boundaries. So two deliveries just fractionally off line and length, and they've been punished.
Oh, good shot. Beautiful shot. Azad here, proving a little expensive for India.
Well, he's batting well against Zahir Khan. He's climbing into the drives nicely. Again, good balance. That initial movement of his gets him into a good position, gets him into line, and just stroking it through the offside.
Might get four here. Very fast this outfield, particularly behind square. Good stroke.
That's what I mean. Just bowling that line just outside the off stump, and then if he drops it even fractionally short, there's enough time for the batsman. He's played that well. He's given himself a little bit of room. See, just pitched outside the off stump, and Atapattu backing away and having the time to place it. It's not all that short. That's in the gap and four. So strong in that area, Sangakkara. Either a front or back foot. And you can see this takes the pressure now off the batting side. Medium pacer being hit for a boundary. Zahir Khan went for a few. Now Prasad's gone for a few. So he should expect that even if a spinner is bowling. And good point you make there, Robin, was that both these bowlers don't need protection. They're specialist bowlers. They can bowl a good line and length and attack at times even at both ends. Edged and taken, loose shot outside the off stump. Prasad has struck. Badani made it look easy in the slip cordon. And an important wicket goes down here, and against a run of play.
Well, he'd be furious with himself. I think there was just a little bit of extra bounce here from Prasad. Let's see how high that ball gets. Yeah, just bounced on him a little bit close to him as well. Simple catch, or made to look very simple. By second slip and the end of another promising innings. How many have we seen in this series? Sangakkara 47 and out, and now 119 for 2, Sri Lanka. The sun-bleached blue helmet of Mahela Jayawardene. Just over 2,000 runs in Test cricket, still a young man at the age of 24 and averaging 43 in Test cricket. Gets some big totals, his 242. It's not the only double hundred that he's scored. He scored that at this ground. Averages 55, so he'll feel pretty good about where he's playing. But every day is different.
Now he's here because of this. Just not allowed to free his arms on this occasion. Robin Jackman mentioned the extra bounce. That did him too, but that catch was nicely taken. He will be livid with himself. Another 40. Another chance goes a-begging. He was missed before lunch.
Good use of the feet and worked it through the gap. Thought about placing the ball often, and that was a very good example of it. Fine, it was a full toss, but you still got to have the skill to do it.
This is also the footwork that has made that shot possible. Quickly dancing down the track, meeting the ball on the full, and then again just concentrating on placement, not trying to hit it too hard. Bottom hand coming into play and just working it away on the onside.
Whereas that's nicely played backward of point. They'll get a couple here. Whereas Murali has introduced a whole new ball game. He's very different to almost everybody.
He's definitely brought a new dimension to off-spin bowling. And 97% of the bowlers, let me put it in the right perspective, will use their fingers. They're basically finger spinners when it comes to off spinners. He's probably the only off spinner that I've seen who uses the wrist. On that occasion, Marwan Atapattu playing that very late, waiting for that one, and chopping it to third man.
Nice use of the feet. Straight to the mid-on fieldsman, and that's nicely played. That takes him to his half-century. Marwan Atapattu has made his 8th half-century in Test match cricket. He's made 600s already, and this has been a very timely innings. He's got to keep going, though. Really, that's what's going to make the difference here. One of these Sri Lankans has got to score a big score. 132 for 2. That one played away off the on down the ground on the offside. Beautifully played. That's lovely timing. Oh yes. He's hit a few boundaries in this area straight down the ground. Most of his runs have come in this area, and there's a classical off drive.
That's technique personified. Full face of the bat, just timed it to perfection. No real flourish of the bat. Just relied on sheer timing. As straight as a candle.
Oh, and that one pulled away down towards square leg. That'll go for 4. That's a good shot. Taken off the stumps. It's something that spinners don't like having done to them too often. Swept away by Jayawardena. He's off the mark.
Very low. Jayawardena on his knees, totally in control of the situation. Rolls the wrists over. He dispatches that one from his presence with utter disdain. Well, the umpire thinks likewise. Now, this could be very close. Question asked. The umpire certainly doesn't think likewise. Shout for anything and everything these days.
Yes, I think it spun too much, and he was trying to play a shot there. He was throwing it up in the air for a catch. I think that was the reaction at the forward short leg, but I think the bowler was, and the keeper, was talking about LBW. Nicely played, just negotiated back with a square. They only get 1.
The important thing on the last shot was that he was totally in control of the situation. He was not lunging forward. It's just a short strike forward. So he's been able to work that one away. Now, when you're lunging forward, you're not in a position to work the ball away.
Well, that's a lovely shot. Beautiful cover drive again, using his feet nicely. Confident he must be, because to get out of your ground to Harbhajan Singh and to caress him through the covers is very definitely a confident shot.
Feet of Quicksilver on that occasion, upsetting the line and length of Harbhajan Singh. Nothing wrong with the delivery, but it's the use of feet that makes that shot look very easy. Smothering the spin on top of the ball, playing against the spin. What a great shot that is. Drilled through covers for 4.
Yes, and just wide of the fieldsman too. That was exquisite placement.
And that's what can happen, and that's through again. Delicious. What a great shot that is. Plays it as well as anybody in the world.
That's a comment that you should take. When the legend says delicious, you got to look at it so closely, and that's why he says it's such a good shot. Everything right about it, placement right, execution superb. Just look at the way he flows. The bat flows through the line, elbow up, head over, and for good measure gets the gap too.
And again, beautifully into the gap. He's starting to expand, Marwan Atapattu.
That's a lovely shot again by Marwan Atapattu. This is where he's been so good and so positive. Quick use of his feet, up to the pitch of the ball, negating the spin and hitting it on the offside. What a lovely shot. Just look at that, how quickly he moves to it, gets the ball right under his nose and into the gap. 4 more.
Bowling Bajay.
Just 13 for Jayawardena, so Atapattu. Well, he doesn't only play the drive, he plays the cut as well. same result.
That's what the use of the feet has done. Harbhajan, not knowing whether Marwan Athapattu would come down the track, drags this ball short, and Athapattu is equally strong on his back foot. Back and across, width is there, and he gets the gap. Positive batting here by Marwan Athapattu. Just look at that. Slight movement onto the front foot, sees the width, and off he goes. Bang for 4.
And again, they're going to have to hurry this time. And there's overthrows. It's all going wrong for India.
Good cricket all round here by the Sri Lankans. Just drops it in front. Off they go on a quick single. Throw, misses the stumps. No one backing up. There's just 2 fielders on the leg side. There you go. Just a touch, just a jab. Off they go.
There he goes. And Harbhajan. A ring of the hands there. Joe Warden had set himself to really hit this over the top. In fact, got too close to it. Still hit it well.
This was going over the top, but it was going too close to him. But look how quickly Marwan Athapattu reacts.
Caught by the wicketkeeper 16 times, and others, there'd be quite a few slip fielders in there. And that's why, but it does produce a lot of runs as well. That's a beauty.
Just as we were talking about a slight deficiency in technique, Javardhana disproves all of us. Look at that for a class shot. Just waits on it, plays it very, very late, and gets the gap. Look how he watches the ball and late. That's why he's able to get it so fine.
Lucky. And that's what a short ball does. 186 for 2.
That's the last delivery. Short. Javardhana not really getting across, trying to angle it down. Gets the inside edge. Disappointment on the face of Zahir Khan. Good delivery to end the over.
Harbhajan Singh, none for 61, so he'll be disappointed. Now, was there a catch? Now, the reaction of the slip fielders, especially Rahul Dravid, suggested there might have been an edge.
Definitely bottom edge on that one. I think it went top edge, but it bobbed out, didn't it? It just deflected up a little bit, and that was enough to take it far enough away from the center of his gloves. Yes, so that's the second chance that's been missed by Digay. Just let's have another look at this. Let's see if we can pick up, yeah, big edge, very big edge, popped straight out. He just seemed to me to just be pushing his gloves forward a little bit there. Oh, straight to mid-on, this will be close if he hits. Oh, and because that was really played very firmly, and that's gone way down the ground. That'll end up being 5, I suspect. Is it going to get there? Yes, it does. A quick single turns into 5. That is extremely frustrating for the bowler. He's had one dropped in this over, and another couple of dot balls, and then a 5.
This must be really frustrating. This is adding fuel to the flame if you're about to let. But watch the man at gully. Shiv Sundar Das was the man standing there, but he was a spectator. Now, he should have been backing up. There's enough time. And a direct hit would have definitely had Jayawardene out.
Yes, there's no doubt that the gully, when you look at the gully, that's the slip there, but watch the gully. He's not moving at all. Standing there, as the throw comes in, he should be backing up. He should be moving across to his right. That's SS Das.
Still, he could impart the spin. Very relaxed. He's got that one away. He will get a couple. So runs coming pretty freely here for the Sri Lankans. The 200 coming up too. And that's the score, 201 for 2.
This ball's coming in my direction. It's way over the top. It's a six. What a beauty. Straight down the ground, over the top for six. What a way to start this little session just after tea. I reckon if I'd have taken a few steps to my left, I could have nabbed that one. Have a look at this. Straight down the ground, right off the middle of the bat. Navjot, I've never seen you hit one better than that. It's over to you and Robin Jackman.
Thank you very much, Tony.
Keep going, Sai.
What a wonderful tea time interlude that was. Wonderfully well-spoken young man, Kumar Sangakkara. And he's drifted that across to off stump and paid the penalty. Beautifully played, though.
This is poor bowling. Got no cushion, no support, no protection on the offside, especially the point. Straight down the offside, short and wide, given the opportunity to Marwan Atapattu to really free his arms, pick the spot, played that very late, chopped it. There's no protection, no cushion for the bowler. Poor bowling.
Outside edge, but I think more of a guide. We'll see it on the slow motion, just how much intent there was in that stroke. It's brought him 3 runs.
Certainly don't think that was deliberate. Just found the outside edge. He was playing for the turn. The ball went the other way. Absolutely.
Dravid, the man at slip, diving desperately to his right, 49. Good running if he gets in, and he has easily. And this time, some decent backing up. 227 for 2. Just tickled his hand up there off the last ball. Not a great throw. Just hit the top of his thumb by the looks of things. Oh, nice cricket. Beautiful cricket. Leg spinner around the wicket. Got so far inside it, he was able to ease it wide a bit up.
That's great improvisation from Marwan Atapattu on that occasion. Creative to the core. Makes room. Leg spinner bowling round the wicket. Trying to hit the rough. He's jumped out, made room for himself.
Atapattu goes to a class century. His 7th in Test cricket, his 2nd against India, and his 5th on home turf. And what a stroke.
Much happening for them.
50. What good cricket. 233 for 2. It's got past the infield, and this time does go for 4. Dhani can only just collect it. So once again, the length was the problem.
Well, the first faults are theirs who commit them. The second, who permit them. Once again, not learning from his mistakes. Sairaj Bhautule straying, bowling short. Paid the ultimate price. Spanked.
Again, well played. He adjusted so well there, Atapattu.
And you know it's not going to turn. It really doesn't turn that much. Just sliding on. There's no backward point. There's only a slip there, so you know any sort of bat on it. Just played it nice and late again. Lets it go past him. Driver, the only danger man. And then there's a cover, so there's lots of space there for Atapattu. And he's played that shot well. Joe Wardner as well. Very good on the late cut.
In the air, shouts to catch it. The finger has gone up. Atapattu wasn't happy. Das has taken the catch. Harbhajan Singh has finally got a wicket. You see Marwan Atapattu there shaking his head. Indians won't mind it.
Well, a breakthrough before the new ball, that'll absolutely delight Sourav Ganguly. We'll have a look at this one. Hits the pad. It doesn't look anywhere near a bat or glove. Das makes good ground. Certainly made the catch. Let's have a look at it from this angle. This will give us a better idea. Ball onto the pad. And then onto the side of the body. Unlucky. Marvin Adipatu's got to go, though. He's been given out by umpire Dave Orchard for 108, 252 for 3.
So Russell Arnold comes out to the middle. He'll need some runs. He's short of runs in this test series. So he'll feel the pressure. He replaces Marvin Adipatu. And Adipatu will be most disappointed. Arnold's career best 123. Harbhajan Singh getting his first wicket. And watch this. How unlucky is that? He has to go, though.
He's certainly playing a shot. There was a double noise, and the reason for that is it hit the pad first and then the top of the thigh pad. So there's two noises. And that's perhaps why umpire Dave Orchard.
And shouts of catch it. Umpire Asoka De Silva not interested. So obviously that one coming off the pad. Or thigh pad.
Little shake of the head from Jai Wardner. We'll have another look at it. Those look awfully out just off the pad. And that's a very good decision. So often you see the front of the bat very close. This is what the umpire, look how close the bat is to that. And it just flicked the pad. A little shake of the head from Jai Wardner. There we go. I didn't hit it, and he was right, he didn't.
That was streakily played. He'll get a boundary for it, Russell Arnold. Never in control of the shot.
Well, the game's going to go forward. Russell Arnold not even looking to play himself in. Look how wide this is. And he's gone after it. Straight through the gap. Sums up the day.
Yes, he's had a quiet series so far. 20 in Gaul, 5 and 4 in Kandy. He's not had the best of luck, though. Now that's punched down the ground. Much more in control of that shot. It's racing away. Just pulled back inside the boundary.
Well, he's not going to hang around. Streaky 4 didn't stop him from going at it hard again. Not quite in the direction he wanted to hit it. That's a big heavy bat. He's got enough on it for 3. I think he was going offside. It's just collected the inside part of the bat.
That one swept away nicely. He's hit that right in the middle of the bat. This is the way he's got to play. Russell Arnold is a decidedly better player when he opens his shoulders. He's got to go after it. He's a good attacking player. I think in test match cricket, if anything, he's been guilty of being just a little bit too defensive. You see him play the one-day game, and he plays it superbly. This sort of shot is the hallmark of Russell Arnold. He's got to play that sweep. He's got to go for his cover drives and just get on with it. And there we go again. I tell you what, that was a bit flashy. That was a bit quick and quite close to off stump. But I think he's obviously in that frame of mind. Got 68, Joe Wardner. He's played some good shots. That's a little better. There's no third man, so that's 4. Right, if there's no one down there, we could see some runs into that area.
This is a better shot from Jawardena. He didn't try to hit it too hard. Watches the ball all the way into the bat. Plays it late. And a lovely roll of the wrist, keeping it down along the ground. and off it goes in that vacant third man region. Good shot by Jawardhan on that occasion. So Tony, it would be runs or wickets with this new ball.
Yes, it will. I see they're putting a third man down there now, so already the new ball is down to 2 slips and no gully. So we might just see him before the close of play this evening. He tends to swing the newish ball away a little bit, so might be worth a try. Oh, that's got to be out. I think there's an inside edge on that one. It went in that direction. It doesn't often go in that direction if it didn't hit the inside edge. However, it may have swung after it pitched. There was definitely a noise. The question is, what was it? Was it pad or was it bat?
And what you have to look for is what does the keeper do? So it doesn't figure in the equation at all, but this would be an interesting one. It misses the inside edge, takes the flap of the back pad, but the umpire doesn't have to count on that because Dige has dropped the ball.
Yes, just have a look at this. I think this might, yeah, it could have been both. A bit hard to tell from there. Oh, and that's a bit of bat in that one, I think. Yes, there could have been a bit of both. Could have been a little bit of bat and pad. I thought I heard 2 sounds there. It'll be interesting to see. So we need to see this at normal speed to see if we can pick up the sound. But very close to the bat. This is the last delivery, and that one probably off the inside edge, yes, off the inside edge, and then squirting off away down the leg side. Oh, he's hit that one beautifully. That's a magnificent shot. Short outside off stump, and cut away blissfully through the offside field. Oh, that's a goodie. That's also the end of the over. 291 for 3. Yes, this is certainly a beautiful shot. It bounced a bit too, and boy, did he get onto it nicely. If you can get that sort of shot and get the ball away in front of square, it gives you some idea of how well he's played, how early he's got onto it, and how well he's played the shot. Lovely batting. See, right from the word go, they've got better and better, and this one at the moment not finished. Oh, that's very well fielded. Was that a chance? Did he get a hand on that, or did he hit it into the pitch? I think that might have been a half chance. Those are the sorts of opportunities that, well, if they're taken, they can make a difference. Let's see. I think it was in the air. It certainly was. Now then, did he get a hand on it as he dived? Yes, I think that, yep, just got a hand on it. Well, that would have been a great catch had it stuck. Oh, he's hit that one well. Beauty. Into the fence it goes. That's the way to play Russell Arnold. This is the way I love watching him bat.
Beautiful shot. Absolutely hammered it away. Short and wide, and look at that for a shot. Put all the power behind that lean frame. Timing just perfect. Freeze enough width to freeze those hands, and gets the placement to go with it. Well played, Russell Arnold.
Yes, I don't think you want to give him too much room. He likes that cut shot, doesn't he?
He's flashed that away. Be a long chase. Couple of runs. Yeah, just going back to your point about hundreds, the only time they've looked like getting 100 was Ganguly, and then they won the game. He got 98. 300 up, 300 for 3.
So the crowd really backing up Russell Arnold. They believe that he's the one who can really play some flamboyant shots, really get on with the game, dictate terms to the opposition. On that occasion, really freeing his arms, Russell Arnold, erring in line the bowler, just finds the gap to perfection. The ball really blitzed away to the boundary.
And he's on the hook shot. Beautifully done. 50 partnership.
Again, not really sticking to one thing, trying too many things, striving for extra pace on that occasion. Short. Russell Arnold into position very early. Pivots on that back foot of his. Totally in control of the situation, and he's really hooked that in front of square. That tells you the amount of time that he has to play that short. Just murdered that. Blitzed away to the boundary.
They're racing along. They scored very quickly, Sri Lanka. Delighted all their fans.
Played positive cricket right from the word go.
That's a cracker. Don't move anybody. Flashed off the bat.
Short and wide, gave ample opportunity for the batsman to really free his arms. Timed that one sweetly, sweet as candy. Raced away to the boundary.
That's gone. Snuck it through. Russell Arnold looks at the wicket, but I think he was just a little bit late. Late success for India.
Fantastic delivery from Venkatesh Prasad. Really nipped back into Russell Arnold. Surprised him. How quick that is. Short. Huge gap between bat and pad. Really feet stranded on the crease. Russell Arnold departs for 31. Sri Lanka 310 for 4.
Dilip Lenagay, left-handed batsman. He's coming in ahead of Tilakaratne and also Samarawira. I wonder if it's to try and accelerate the scoring. Maybe they got a little plan in mind to try and get as many ahead tonight. Some inventive stroke play. We won't know that until he actually gets to the crease. He's there because of this bat not coming down straight for Russell Arnold. Over Red Rover.
Really foxed him on that occasion. Russell Arnold really playing from the crease on that occasion. A big gap between bat and pad. That's what really did him in. Got to have the bat close to the body. Foot up to the pitch of the ball. That's what really did him in. Back into the action. The man with the golden arm.
And a bit of swing. Nicely seen off by Joe Warden and nicely timed too, all the way. He goes to 90. Well, Sankar Orchard, he wouldn't be very sympathetic, although he was a seam bowler in his day. He used to bowl big in swingers. Just like that.
Just a deft touch on that occasion. Used the pace of the bowler. Neat roll of the wrist. Away she goes, currying to the boundary. Non-striker certainly didn't respond. Ganguly needs to seize the initiative over here. He realizes that the batsmen are really playing for the day. They pull the shutters down. It's not the sort of line that you're looking to bowl straying down the leg side. Easy pickings for the Sri Lankans. It's got a predominantly offside field over there. 3 slips in position in a gully. Needs to probe the off-stump area, explore the area on and around off-stump. Maybe go round the wicket, cramp him for room.
Just struggling with the backing up again. I weren't sure which end it was going. Prasad was there, but there was no one behind him.
Really is in a dilemma. He's not too sure. He's not picking him up. He's not sure which one's turning and awake.
Big shot, and he's given him. The bat was close to the ground as well, but the players around the bat were very confident. Lenagay's got to go. So late in the day, Harbhajan strikes again.
It's a quicker delivery, really skidding on. Faster one from Harbhajan Singh. He foxed Lenagay. That certainly was an edge, and the Sardar has finally struck. Lenagay departs for 3, and the Sri Lankans 321 for 5.
Hashan Tilakaratne, what a time to come in. 12 balls remaining. You'll be hoping Mahela takes all of them. Averaging 37, but playing for his career. This is going to be a tough 5 or 10 minutes for him.
Really is a pressure cooker scenario for Hashan Tilakaratne. There's the wicket. Pushed through the air. Played inside the line. Thin edge. Sameer Digge is delighted. Certainly will be a boost of confidence to Harbhajan Singh. Up he goes.
And he's pulled that in the air. It's going to lob right in the middle of everybody. Well, if one ball can sum up the day for the Indians, this is it.
Certainly fortune favours the brave on that occasion. Into the shot very early. The ball didn't come on. Came slowly, and he just had finished that shot. Top edge, falls in no man land.
3 men converging. None could get there. And really not the sort of shot. I think he was trying to hit it too hard. He spied the big space in the mid-wicket region and really didn't get onto it. Round the wicket, there's a big appeal. It might have been a double noise. Ganguly is right down at the batsman's end. And there's inquiries all round. Tilakaratne is not interested at all. The Indians are distraught. It might have been a little touch, and then the pad. Round the wicket.
Off the thigh pad. Clear. Crystal clear. Look at that. Ganguly. He believes that's out. Big boast, small roast.
Well, there's a... Did it carry? That was the thing. It came with the thigh pad, so it didn't really matter. Pressure over, and a good one too. 322 for 5. 4 in, but only for one delivery, which Jayawardene just knocks away comfortably. It was too short. That's the end of the day. 310 runs for Sri Lanka in the day. They were 13 for no wicket. They've progressed to 323 for 5. Good batting all round from the Sri Lankans. Not a good day for India. They missed a couple of opportunities early on and were made to pay. Jayasuriya 30, Sangakkara 47. They got away, didn't get real big ones. Jayawardene, terrific young player. Russell Arnold, out of sorts, came in and tried to slog his way out of it. Got to 31, and Linagay came in as night watchman and then was out. Here's the partnerships. Atapatu and Jayawardene, 133. Just the one small partnership. That was Linagay and Jayawardene, only 11. But everything else very healthy for the Sri Lankans. Bowling, Zahir Khan struggled most of the day. Doesn't look fit to me. Prasad standout. Harbhajan, he tried hard through the day, got a couple of wickets, one late in the day. Sourav Ganguly bowled as well as anybody, but only 7 overs. Bartuli perhaps should have bowled a little bit more. And Badani was very respectable as well, but only the 4 overs.
Is the picture that will hang on many of those players' walls. The official photograph, which includes the umpires and both teams. And as I said, copies of those will be brought back down to the ground. And in the centre there is Ajay Malalasekara, the chairman of the interim committee of the Board of Control here. So that is the picture, the one that all of them will be given a copy of, no doubt. And plenty of kids, no doubt, will be buying it and getting those players, their heroes, to sign them. Now then, let's just refresh your memories. We're here, day 3 of this test match, and it's Sri Lanka versus India, and of course it's a very important day.
Thank you, Tony. Day 3, usually a very good day for batting. It has been so far. This surface has been a very good one for batting. The Sri Lankans got 300 runs yesterday, and so it was testament to how good this surface really is. I don't anticipate too many gremlins, although towards the end of the day, these little areas here are going to get drier and dustier. And of course, that's when Murali comes into play. He's taken over half the wickets that have fallen so far. And I anticipate that he versus the Indian top order is going to be the order of the day. They're going to be awfully hard pushed to keep him out.
Muthaiya Muralidharan, the order of the day. We'll talk about that a little more about that in a moment. In the meantime, we're going to take a break. See you in a moment.
Sangakkara played very well too, angry with himself that he got out just short of another test half-century. And that'll run away for 4 and take him to 99.
Mahela Jayawardene had this well under control. Sri Lankan flag fluttering there. Sourav Ganguly worried again. Just look at that. All deviates, but Jayawardene well in control, glides it in that vacant third man region. Good line, not much movement, but a slight opening of the bat face, and off it speeds to the boundary line for 4.
Good performance from Prasad. That's it. Century number 7. His 3rd against India. His 3rd here at this ground. Congratulations once again, Mahela Jayawardene.
Wonderful effort by Maharaja Wardana, and what a way to bring it up. That's the way he plays it. That's the applause he gets him. Richly deserved. Harbhajan crossing it up. And Maharaja Wardana fighting it away over mid-wicket in style. The way he opened his account is the way he brought up his test match number 7, 100. So that's a brilliant one, and that's the satisfaction on the face of this classy young batsman.
Keep going, Bajay.
They go it again and start again.
There you see Maharaja Wardana scores of 100, but what you got to look for are the top 3. So when he gets on to 100, he goes to get the big ones, the 150 plus ones, and those two knocks 167 against New Zealand and South Africa. That speaks volumes of what we've been talking about Maharaja Wardana, his class and elegance. That's a copybook cover drive in the slot, and off it goes. Just look at that for head position. Foot to the pitch of the ball, look at that elbow, look at the still head, and gets the gap to go with it. Lovely shot. He just got the width he wanted and picked the gap to perfection.
Lanka out last night, came in as a night watchman. That's why suddenly that Sri Lankan batting lineup looks so deep. And the tail enders come in already. It's nicely played by Tilakaratta for a couple off his legs. Like most left-handers, an efficient player off his pads. I've always wondered why, and logic tells me that when you first start playing cricket as a little boy, the bowlers aren't that good at changing line from off stump. 340 for 5. A lead of 106. Jawar Wardner's got 107. He's on strike at the moment. Harbhajan Singh, the bowler. Down the wicket, over the top. Should get 4 for this if he's hit it well enough, and he has.
Another good shot, a bit of a premeditated one. First ball tossed up. Jawar Wardana has left the crease even before the ball has left. Gets the elevation, not quite the timing, but good enough to get in 4. Look at that. Gets under it, so intentions were clear from the outset that he was going way over the top.
344 for 5. A good shot from Tilakaratta, the left-hander. Should speed away to the boundary. It's very quick across this outfield. So his first boundary of his innings.
2 ingredients for the cut shot. Short and wide, and Tilakaratta one not to miss out on it. On the back foot, timing not as much as he would have liked, but this outfield is a value for money one. Look at that. Good shot. Not really getting it in the middle of the bat, but good enough to get in 4. His first 4, which sure would give him confidence. Problems for the Indian skipper.
More runs. Maybe not 4 of them. Certainly looking like 3.
Success breeds confidence, or the other way about, any which way you like. Not so short, but look at that for timing. Plays it ever so late, gets it in the gap, never intended to hit it hard, looking for placement, and he got it. So 3 runs, takes him into double figures.
Well, that's the scoreboard here. Actually, it's a very good scoreboard. I love these scoreboards that give you all the information. The score at the top in the centre, how many wickets are down, and on left and right. Oh, he's hit that one beautifully, straight down the ground, bouncing away for 4, right off the middle of the bat. Maharaja Wardana is not intimidated by Harbhajan Singh. He saw the vacancy down the ground, and he has smashed that back over his head.
Dictating terms to Harbhajan Singh on that occasion. Feet of Quicksilver to the pitch of the ball. He smashes it over the bowler's head. No real cushion for Harbhajan Singh over there. One bounce into the fence.
Boy, he's looking confident. He didn't even hit that off the middle of the bat either. Yeah, fair comment too. And if you get away with it, of course, the field changes. On the air and over the top of the gully. Now then, just a little bit of a break there for Hashan Tilakaratne. Mind you, at least if you go after the shot and you nick it, it's going to fly fast. That's exactly what happened there.
Big flourish of the bat on that occasion. Hashan Tilakaratne trying to hit on the up, which is not a good ploy in this pitch. Not in the slot. One really hit the rough. Nice little puff pastry on that occasion. Really did slash hard. Over the top of the fielder. Lucky for Hashan.
He's put in a lot of effort in this test series, but I think it's doing him more damage than good. That's put away. With offered, and Tilakaratne pouncing onto it in a flash.
Favourite shot for Hashan Tilakaratne. A little bit of room out there. Short man gives himself plenty of room by getting that back foot right across, and bang, not much bounce. Nice pace to work with, nothing too severe, and away she goes.
Short ball, and it's put away. Plenty of time for Tilakaratne to get on the back foot. And Sri Lanka inching towards the 400-run mark.
There's the one bad ball in the over. Short, track slowed down. Tilakaratne, plenty of time to get in position. There's no mid-wicket. Very tough for a leg spin bowler. So precise with the length. That's just too short.
That's pulled away. Short delivery from Ganguly, asking to be hit. Tilakaratne having loads of time to find the boundary on the onside.
Too short. Just absolutely smashed away at that pace. Around about the 115k, and when you bowl that short, it just sits up beautifully. 2 pull shots for Tilakaratne. He's on his way now. 41 he's got. He knows. He would love to face bowling like that.
So the 400 coming up with that boundary. And this will be another one. There's no third man. So the runs continue to flow for Sri Lanka. 10 runs of that last over, 407 for 5.
It is one thing having that kind of feel, but it's not just the line that's negative, it's really how wide it is that's causing the problem, because you really can't expect batsmen to go looking for that.
Well, he can when he's got 135. It's a good shot, just like that. Not going to pick the fielders out all the time. Not when you're in his class. Beautiful stroke. End of the over, 4:15 for 5. That's out. One appeal from the bowler only. That's hit him very, very low. I think you'll find that the wicketkeeper might be to blame for not joining in here.
What one needs to look here is how low the ball hits Jayawardene. There you see, not fully stretched, and how low it hits. So you have to judge for yourself there whether the ball would have spun and missed the off stump, and where it goes. There you are. Mahela Jayawardene not too happy, and he departs for 139 excellent runs. Sri Lanka 416 for 6.
Tilan Samarawera, no pedigree because he's making his debut. 24 years of age.
This is the dismissal of Mahela Jayawardene.
Just the boo, boys.
And there you see, hitting him a bit low, enough turn, but no appeals whatsoever, other than by the bowler. A look of disappointment on the face of Mahela Jayawardena, who considers himself unlucky. But this would give you a clear angle as to how far he's gone. He's taken a good stretch forward, so that's at least a good 8 feet to go. But umpire Orchards known to give them out. Wry smile on the face, but he's got to go for a well-played 139.
The mark straight away, Tilan for 2. I had no problem with the height there or anything like that. It's just what interests me is where the wicket-keeper has gone to take the ball. Just watch the wicket-keeper's hands. Don't worry about the ball hitting the pad. We've seen that a couple of times. Now, has it turned enough to miss off stump? You would think so by where the keeper's hands are. Well wide of off stump. As Ranjan was saying, the ball having another 8 feet to go. If it had turned, which we saw it do, and start to travel, the further it's got to go, the wider it's going to end up.
And that's where it goes. And see that.
He'd love another one on his pads there, just to nudge it through that mid-wicket area for 2 more. That will be his half-century. And mind the 2, he's hit it for 4. His 17th half-century in Test cricket. Well played.
You wouldn't get a better shot than that to bring up your half-century, and a welcome half-century for Hashan Tilakaratne. Ganguly pitching it up, and look at that shot. Just played it through the line, straight past the bowler, and for 4. And look at that hand going up. He knows how important a knock that has been for him and for his side. So Tilakaratne getting on to 52 with his 7th boundary in the innings.
Good stroke. There's the drive down the ground, but
Keep
the guy
going.
was telling me that would happen sooner or later.
This is a good shot by Hashan Tilakaratne. Previous ones he's been trying to hit it hard. Here he didn't hit it too hard. Waited for the ball to come right under. Look where his head is, and into the gap. Good placement and execution, fetching him 4.
Well, you just can't bowl that short to a man who is now going along very well. Made good use of the crease, deep in the crease. Watch how far he gets back in order to make room. Look, that his foot is only, what, a 1.5 feet in front of the stumps.
Yes, and the good thing about this shot is the placement.
Partnerships, this one already 34. Well played, very nicely played. Beautiful timing. Tell you what, that might, no, hasn't quite got to the boundary, but it went a lot further than you first thought as the ball hit the bat.
The timing was excellent, and I think that's what's fooled the fielder at mid-off. He must have thought it was coming to him a lot slower. Suddenly, he had to go sideways very quickly. Normally you make that judgment moment the ball has hit the bat, whether to go and attack the ball or go sideways.
Rawat certainly was smiling just a couple of minutes back. Huge smile on his face, but surely that's like a child really is singing when it's dark. He knows that he's in an ominous position over here. Lead piling on the Indians. It's a great shot. Off the toes, a neat little clip, just a deft touch. and the timing was superb. Wayne dive from Harbhajan Singh at short mid-wicket. The crowd loves it.
Yes, it was nicely played. Didn't try to hit it too hard, and just wide of the fieldsman there, so nice timing as well. That's what's important. These strokes that you play through the field, whether they be on the onside or off, the important thing is that you hit them in the middle of the bat. If you do, of course, it's going to fly into that outfield. This one just making the road.
That really has been the difference in this series so far, Tony. This will be the 6th century from the Sri Lankans, none from the Indians.
Oh, he's hit that one. He's got right onto that one, and that's bouncing away down towards the wideman on boundary. That's a very positive shot. Well, you can see that his confidence is certainly growing.
Tilakaratne really growing in confidence. He's paced his innings beautiful on that occasion. Got the elevation right. Down on his knees, low. Puts it between mid-wicket and mid-on. Knows there's no real cushion for the bowler. Tell you one thing, there is grim determination underneath that smile of Ashant Tilakaratne. Really is nice to see the Sri Lankans persevering with guys who failed on a number of occasions because they believed. Ashant Tilakaratne has it. Great shot. Really is a cracker. Pierced the point and cover. Whistled away to the boundary. Foot right up to the pitch of the ball on that occasion. Very low. Balance and poise absolutely correct. Ball underneath the eye. He's really dispatched that from his presence with utter disdain.
There he goes, over the top, no one out. Will it go all the way? Just one bounce, I think. Serenely along.
Beautiful shot with the spin and the elevation over mid-on. First bounce into the stands. Ashant Tilakaratne at his very best. Waits for it to come. Just hits it on its up. And there it goes.
Zahir 25 and Batuli 29. It's the wickets column that they're struggling in. Cricket delivery, beautifully put away. And again, not great fielding, and I'll come back to that in a minute. Could go all the way, and it does. He made it hard for himself. Batuli, the fielder, in pursuit. And it's one of the things that the Indian players keep doing. As he plays the shot, watch how he runs at the ball. He runs at it, and then he has to turn and run after it. If you run in a bit of an arc, then you can save yourself a lot of trouble. You've got to judge the pace off the bat. You are moving in automatically, but then you see how he's had to turn and chase it. If he's running in a bit of an angle, he's running straight at the ball now, then he's got to turn. That's where you go and bowl. He said that he couldn't bowl short with so many fielders on the leg side. It's going to stop just short. But they'll pick up 3, ever closer to that 100. Nearly pinned old Digay. It's one of those awkward ones when the batsman arrives at the same time as the ball. He knows he has to get into his crease. And it's almost whacked him. I think they thought it initially was going to go for 4, and then he knows he's got to get his bat in. Well, in fact, he got a little bit of a tick on the bat just on the end, and it's surprised Samir Digay. In fact, he reacted pretty quickly, really. He could have cleaned him up.
A couple of good hits which you feel at certain boundaries get stopped, and then suddenly pressure comes in from nowhere and you do something silly.
Well, there goes the sweep shot into the gap. This is running away down towards the boundary. They'll get 1. They'll probably come back to the 3rd. That's it. That's his 700 in Test match cricket. He's first against India. He's 3rd at home. A great performance by Ashant Tilakaratne, brought back into the side. It's always special to see this sort of thing happening. He's done it pretty tough, but boy, he's going to sleep well tonight.
Well, he deserves all the applause he's getting. He was a little shaky when he came out to bat. After that, once his confidence grew, he's batted magnificently. This is a lovely innings. We've seen good hundreds from Atapattu and Jayawardena. This is also beautifully structured. He's looked solid and composed. And it augurs well for Sri Lanka because they've got some experience now in the middle order. And this 100 might just be the second wind Tilakaratne is looking for in his career.
Yes, they've got some good strikers too to come in. Device, getting a bit of a smash. Oh, he's hit that one very well in front of square. Samarawira now beginning to loosen up. That's running away down towards the mid-wicket boundary. The Indians starting to look very tired. And while that's all happening in the centre, of course, there's dancing in the aisles all around the ground. This is a good shot.
Yes, walked across the stumps and got into good position with that front foot of his. That's why he could take it from outside the off stump and play it away past mid-wicket.
There's that sweep shot again. He's hit that one beautifully. It's running away down to the boundary for 4. Well, they may as well bring the man down there a little squarer because that's 2 shots now in this over that he's hit like a rocket.
Yes, that boundary bringing up the 100-run partnership, and now this is even a better shot than the one earlier in the over. Much more control of it. Again, gets into a good position with that front foot. Gets his head nicely in line with the ball. And, even though it's pitched outside the off stump, he still manages to drag it away on the onside.
It's for 518 the score here, but just looking at those highest scores on this ground, 547. So we fixed the batting. What about the spinners? That's what's another bit of a mystery for me. One of the things that I was brought up on was, well, I mean, whenever you went in, oh, he's hit that one over the top, just over the top. Didn't quite hit that in the middle of the bat. He was looking to get it way down to the boundary. Ganguly at mid-on, he's quite deep at mid-on, did get off the ground. You see here that didn't quite get off the middle of the bat. Ganguly went up in an effort to try and drag it down, but he was never quite going to make it. Nuts away on the onside, and that gives him his half-century. Very, very well played on debut as well, and it's certainly brought all his colleagues in the dressing room to their feet. Very well done. Samarawira 50 on debut. Well, you can't ask for much more than that.
Good application. His temperament has come to the fore. Good knock by the young man. Didn't get an opportunity with the ball, but he's made good this opportunity in his first test match.
Over the top. Good shot. Good crisp stroke. One bounce. 4.
Bonus runs for the Sri Lankans on that occasion. It's Gopan Ramesh. Really a dolly bowler for Ishant Tilakaratne. Down the wicket he goes. Smack over the top. High and handsome. One bounce. Over the boundary.
Sweet spot in the middle of his bat. Size of a cricket ball. Oh, he's nicked that though, but he's going to get 4 for it. Well, fortune favours the patient and the brave.
Runs coming thick and fast for the Sri Lankans over here. Don't matter how they come. Adding on to the total, a streaky shot over here. Not where he intended. Looking for the drive, fuller length. Finds the outside edge and runs down the third man. A futile chase for the fielder. Simply away going delivery. Foxed him. Don't matter at this stage.
Well, he smeared that away on the onside, hurt himself doing it. And that takes the partnership to 153 and the score to 569 for 6. Well, as the India captain has a chat with his vice-captain, Samarawira, having hit a 4 off the last over, then was in some discomfort. She has been since tea, and he might be just cramping up a little bit. We'll have another look at the shot. Down on one knee to the run, Canais. phrase indeed. There are the partnerships: 48, 71, 133, 58, 11 including the night watchman. So that's understandable. 95, and now still unbeaten. 153 between these two batsmen.
Just a few feet short of him.
Great shot. And that's what can happen when you bowl at someone who has been there a while with a brand new ball. You just get it slightly wrong and you race to the fence.
Really could boomerang on you, new ball, because you could give extra runs. Occasion Zahir Khan swaying in line, short and wide. Batsman really frees his arms. Times that very sweetly. Sweet as candy.
That's more runs. Four of them. Kept him interested, doesn't it?
It's a cracking shot. The crowd really loves it. Drills this one through the covers, standing tall, on the up. Great shot. Body in correct position. Didn't try to hit it too hard. No big flourish of the bat. Just times it. Finds the spot. Testing times for the fielder.
Good effort. Very good effort by Harbhajan Singh. He'll get to 2.
Ashantila Karatne. He's been out there for a long time. Russell Arnold, of course, hasn't. Samarawira doesn't have to worry about running at all, but Russell Arnold, he's scampering up and down, really pushed his partner.
That's a tremendous blow. Short ball from Zahir Khan to end the over. It's put away in emphatic style by Samarawira. He's into the 90s with that shot. 5-9-1 for 6.
Silva, lots to watch.
No one needs to run there. Hit on the up and into the gap on the offside. So one shot away from 100, Samarawira.
And he hasn't held back. He's played his shots all the way through, and that's the right way to go. He's an attractive young player who's prepared to go for his shots, hold the pose, get the photos. It's the next one that counts. The next one that goes for 4, there'll be celebrations all round.
No problems with that one. Just chipping it over the infield. Nice clean strike from Tilakaratne.
Well, he's been missing out on the fun. He's been trying to give the Samarawira the strike. But if you get somebody going round the wicket, just dropping it into the slot, I'll have some of that, thank you. Always in control. Just chipped it nicely over the bowler's head. Safe shot.
99 on debut. Dinal, have you got those figures ready? I hope so. So he could be able to say, if he gets out at 99, he's done it 1.5 times if he gets run out. Sneers, oh, that's it, he's got it, it's all the way to the boundary for Kalan Samarawira. That is a magnificent performance. On debut, he's made a century, and that is something that young kids around the world dream about. He is the 47th player to score 100 in the first innings of a test match. He's also the 3rd Sri Lankan. Karupu was first, Kaluwithoran was second, and you would have all have realised that the declaration has come as well. So there we are, pats on the back all round for Tilan Samarawira. This is a moment in his life that he will never, ever forget.
Absolutely. What a fantastic effort from this young man, making his debut, coming in at a time, providing the support, and look at the appreciation from the Sri Lankan team. So, Hashan Tilakaratne, the man who's done the honours, but the man who's getting the credit and all the applause right now is the guy who got 100 on his debut, Tilan Samarawira, man who plays for the SSC, and he does it in his own backyard. A happy Sri Lankan dressing room.
Yes, and good to see Tilakaratne there, allowing him to go off first. Steered away through that yawning gap, and up they go. A wonderful moment for everyone concerned. Tilan Samarawira, getting his chance in this test match for the first time, has made a century. Yes, that will be remembered for a long, long time here. And have a look at them, acknowledging the raising of the bat there, and well, look at that, and there goes Sir Russell Arnold, the only man to have got out for 99. He probably understands how important this is.
You think he asked him, can I borrow 3 of those runs? So you're 100 and I'm 100 too? But look at that, he's going to have this in his library forever and a day. Steered it beautifully, elation, jumping there, forgot about that cramp, off goes the helmet, kiss off the crest, says it all. And there goes Hashan, giving him the big hug. What company they've kept each other.
Yes, a special moment there, and straight away the captain, Sanat Jayasuriya, said, righto fellas, in you come. India, it's now your turn to have a bat. So there we are, the Sri Lankan card. Makes pretty good reading, doesn't it? Look at that. 4 centuries in that card. 610 for 6 declared. Centuries by other putties. Mahela Jayawardena, Tilakaratne and Samarawira. And of course, in all that, partnerships galore. They really did build them beautifully. And the biggest one of all, the last one there, 194, and undefeated, what's more. And from an Indian point of view, well, they'll want to forget this, I can tell you that. There's a lot of overs being bowled there, not many wickets, and plenty of runs have been conceded.
This is good thinking by Das, really. Vas and Das, confusion confounded. He's certainly changing his outlook. That's a cracker shot by Shivsun Das. Was off a short run, dropping it short and wide. Das so very good in that area. Just rocks onto his back foot, frees those arms of his, and gets the placement. Look at that for a shot. Short man playing that cut shot to perfection.
Yes, beautifully played. Right up on his toes. As he's chirping away at the back of the dressing room that he got 100, and just looking down at the scorecard there, he did. He was out caught by Kalu off the bowling of Vas for 111. Well, that's well played. Nicely hit down the ground, waited for it beautifully. That was a nice delayed shot, and eventually executed that stroke perfectly. It's gone wide of mid-on for 4.
Superb shot by this compact, organized Indian opening batsman. Ball is straight. Look at that. Just look at how high that left elbow is. Didn't hit it too hard. Used the pace of the ball.
That's in the air, and it's dropped. I think that was in the air all the way. It seemed to take a long time to get there. Must have been very high off the bat. He did very well. Jumped up in the air. That's the end of the over. It's 11 for none.
That's straight off. Catch flying at the speed of knots. Waist-high catch for Tony Gregg, but unfortunately not for Hashan Tilakaratne.
Well, we've been giving Hashan big raps for his fielding. This would have been a difficult one. That would have been a great catch. He went up a long way. He carried on like a bit of a monkey afterwards, but he certainly got off the ground in an effort to try and get there. And you can see up he goes. And that bit was, well, down he goes then.
2 catches, one at slip, one at that pad on the offside. Oh, and that's a shocker to start with. It's been put away beautifully. It's all very well getting a bad ball, but you've got to put it away.
Not really into the groove, Sana Jayasuriya. Pitched that one very short. Time for the batsman to really pick his spot. Whacks that one. Through the covers, whistled away to the boundary. Put away and tired.
Well, he's been in the dressing room for a day and a half. Fingers won't be loose. 22 for Das. There's an appeal. I think he's just outside the line, and that's very dangerous again. SS Das' head just shot up. Have a look at the umpire.
Got to be on your guard when Watcher is the umpire. Not can. That should be the first and 10. Done that.
And there's the match summary. India 234, Sri Lanka 610, and now India 28 for no wicket. What does it hold for tomorrow? I think Murali's going to be a real advantage. There hasn't been too much of bounce. There's been a bit of spin there for him. The one advantage Jayasuriya has is that.
And, well, we're all looking forward to it. Can the Indians fight back? Can the Sri Lankans bowl them out in the day? Will Muthaiya Muralitharan cause them all the problems that he did when he bolted them in the first innings? All those questions will be answered today. There's no doubt about that. Just to refresh your memories, and those of you who haven't caught up with the situation here at the SSC in Colombo, there it is. The Indians bundled out for 234. We've said it once, and we'll say it again. They should have scored 400. The Sri Lankans playing magnificently here. They've not always succeeded with the bat. In recent times, it's caused them a few heartaches. But 610 for 6 and all those centuries, that was a great performance. The Indians, well, the good news is that last evening they didn't lose a wicket. So 28 without loss. Das is out there, and so is Ramesh. They've still got a long way to go, mind you, and 2 days. However, strange things happen in this game. Now then, the weather could play a part, couldn't it? A few clouds around this morning. Once again, the normal temperature, 30 degrees thereabout. It's 88% humidity, but there are a few more clouds around this morning. The Indians, I suspect, will be hoping for a little bit of rain. That might just help their cause a little bit.
Thank you, Tony. Day 4 of a test match in Sri Lanka. You would expect the wicket to be dusting up. I can actually touch it behind the crease line because that's legal. I can't touch it in front, but you can see all that dust coming up. That's normally what happens on the wicket itself. On this particular wicket, though, it's been a very good one for batting. It's actually quite hard and gnarled, so it's not going to dust up nearly as much as we anticipate. Murali got a lot of turn in the first innings, but that was mainly because it's hard and the ball bounced. In the second, I think the turn's going to be a lot slower. The only thing that will help him is that the bounce will be unpredictable. The Indians, can they wriggle out of this one? I'm not sure that they can.
That's a good stroke. He's a very strong back foot player for a little bloke. That was 4 from the moment it hit the bat.
Delightful shot. Just short, got a bit of bounce, but he just climbed onto it. And look at that for placement. Brilliant shot by Das. He's very strong square of the wicket, like most short batsmen are. And just look at that. Almost the full face. He didn't really hit the cut shot. Just open that bat face at the last moment, and cover point 30 yards back had absolutely no chance.
Oh, he's so good there. He is so good there. Just off his right knee. Beautiful.
Timing at its very best. Ramesh just picking it off his middle and leg stumps. And just look at that slight turn of the wrist, and off it goes. Excellent timing, no real effort, but gets 4 runs for it. Just see where he picks it from, middle and leg stump. So no wonder Vas gave a grin, because he thought he almost had him LBW, and the next moment the fielder was picking it up from the square leg fence.
They've steered away through the offside field. They're after it. These Sri Lankans chase absolutely everything. They've set quite a high standard, actually, in the field. This is Joe Wadana, who, look at that throw, right alongside the bails. Very well fielded. It's 50 for 9.
Driven on the up on that occasion. Das really leant into it, weight on top of the ball, just angle the face of the bat at the last moment. A bit of running between the wickets.
It's a full toss, and that's nicely played. Over pitched and smashed away. Just tossing that one up a little bit too much. Still no forward short leg in position. Righto, finish the story.
Well, coming back to the second part of the story. Well, I really worked hard on my fielding. My pride was hurt because the selectors believed that I was very poor, which I was, in fact. And there's a lot of technique involved in fielding. I watched a lot of replays, Jonty Rhodes, things like that.
Oh, another good shot straight down the ground. Well, this is the way to play him. I think they've decided. We talked a bit this morning about being aggressive against Muthaiya Muralidharan. Don't let him bowl. And if you do that, he might just push one or two of his fielders back. And this is the sort of thing they need to do.
Well, the first blow is always half the battle. On that occasion, Das stepping out, feet like Quicksilver. It's not allowing him to settle down. There we are. He's taken evasive action. Man pushed back. He's got a long on in position. That's what you want. Make him think.
Now there's a forward short leg in position as well. Just a bit short. Nicely cut away. That's well played. He moved very quickly into position there, and he's got that one in the middle of the bat, and it's gone for 4, square of the wicket.
This is not an easy shot to play against Muthaiya Muralidharan. Making room on that occasion, weaving away Das, sees the vacant area, and against the spin, he's cut Muthaiya Muralidharan for 4. Totally in control of the situation. The ball spinning back to him, no real room. So he's really carved that one away to the point boundary for 4. He's making amends.
And that's in the air. Yes, he's got him. Did that hit the bat? Well, the umpire looks to me as if he's about to nod. Or is he? He's looking, he's almost stepped down towards the players and said not out. Just for a second there, I thought the umpire was going to make a move to ask the fieldsman or the other umpire whether, and let's see now, did this hit the bat? The Sri Lankans are as confident as you could imagine. It's going to be very difficult to tell. They're obviously appealing for a little bottom edge onto the pad. Did it hit the bottom edge? This should tell us. Oh, absolutely, that's out. A huge deflection there, the ball up in the air, and as long as the catch was taken cleanly.
Now, this is a situation where I feel that the third umpire should come into play and overrule the decision given by the umpire, because one important decision could really change the course of the game. There we are. That's clearly out. This is where Tony Greig would say, well, he should have walked. This is where ethics come into play. Is it happening or not?
Well, let's just get all this right. I'm glad now that you agree with my theory about overriding the umpire. That's the first thing. I'm just a bit worried me when you said this is where you think this should happen. I'm glad you're taking on some of these things now. And as far as ethics are concerned, that's another issue. We can deal with that one separately. First one is, should we change this whole business of replays, which we've talked about on a few occasions? Change it so the umpire makes his decision, and then when we can see on the replay that he's clearly made a mistake, we then overrule him. When I say we get the third umpire to overrule him. So that's the way I think it should work. And well, time will be the judge as to whether they change that. I just don't want too many of these sequences. So it would have worked there. It would certainly have worked with Jayasuriya's decision in the first innings. It would probably have worked, although that was a little bit more difficult. You'd probably stay with the umpire on the Dravid decision up in Kandy, which was vital as well. It's well left.
Well, the umpire would then ask a very vital question. Am I just a figurehead? You know, have I just got to rely on the third umpire? What is my role? Now, as technology takes over with time, the reformist is going to win. Now, what is the role of the umpire in the middle?
Well, it's very simple. He wants to get it right. And if he can't get it right, then he wants technology to help him get it right. That's the very thing I'm saying. The role of the umpire is to get it right. And if he can use technology to help him, that's even better. However, we don't want to slow the game down. Now, the other role that an umpire has, of course, is to make sure that the players out there conduct their business in a fashion which is in keeping with the spirit of the game. So you can't just abolish the umpires. You can't just take them off the ground and say we're going to go to the replay, because that certainly won't work. The umpires have a definite role, no doubt about that, but so does technology. It's a question of how you marry these two things together to sit comfortably for both the players, the umpires, and as importantly, all those people watching this telecast at home in their lounge room. Very touching. Oh, nicely played. That's a lovely shot. It certainly, in that little poem, inspired your little mate out there. He's smashed that one away on the up for 4, and that brings up his half century. It's very, very well played, actually. He's gone to 7 now. 7 half centuries so far in his Test career. Only 100, but really played some lovely shots, and this is one of the best.
Superb shot. Growing in confidence, SS Das. Width for him. Room stood tall on that occasion. Smacked that. Placement was right. The execution was beautiful. Shiv Sundar Das in total command. 51 from 106 balls. Really has been a revelation.
Lucky. That's gone off the inside edge. We've already seen one batsman dismissed in that fashion in this game. 4 more for Das.
A little bit of inconsistent bounce. SS Das thinking that was going to bounce a little higher. He was looking to guide it away, and then suddenly it wasn't there. Perhaps didn't get in line either. It's a little bit of good fortune. Bat well away from the pads. You can see there, that's something you don't want to do. Can't keep them close together, bat and pad. 55. I think one of the reasons Murali doesn't want to bowl from that end is it's downwind. And they need Fernando to run in with the wind. Umpire Orchard. He's at the south end now, so it's down breeze. And this is the one that was given out, not playing a shot. Umpire Orchard, up goes the finger. Incredible look from Ganguly. I always thought he might have had a poor decision. And he's very clear. Don't play a shot, take your life in your hands. Yeah, it's an interesting one, whether to bowl with the wind for Murali. I don't think it makes a great deal of difference bowling into it. I just think he has a favourite end, which is the tennis court end. 15 balls, 24 runs for Das.
Excellent shot. Superb footwork. Another boundary for Shiv Sundar Das. That was a quality shot.
It sure was. We saw Marvin Adapadu play one of these yesterday, and we went into raptures. This is as good. Look at the footwork, nice and precise. Beautiful swing of the bat. Didn't try and hit it too hard. Bat went on the straight line, full face. Then Chaminda Vice because of the lack of swing. And that's lucky. Just went away in the air. There's 2 slips and 2 gullies, and he split the men.
It's just extra bounce, a little bit of movement. Das followed it. So the luck's certainly going India's way this morning, there's no doubt about it.
Well, if there's one little picky thing you could say about him, he is positive, Das, but he's not quite getting into line every now and again. We saw the one that hit the inside edge and went past leg stick. Now we've seen one hit the outside edge, and again he's managed to find a gap. And that's because of the front toe, particularly the nail.
That's got away fine and will find the boundary. Just using the bowler's pace. Sadagopan Ramesh.
Well, that's the angle. If you're going to bowl around the wicket, it's always going to be angling towards the leg stump, and Ramesh so good in that area. Oh, look at that. That's what it's for when he's running up. Look how he bangs that foot in, and to stop the nail coming off the toe, cuts the front of the boot off. not the only person who does that. There's quite a few around the international scene that do that.
Now, has he hit that? All gone out. Yes, it's off. Das is off. Orchard puts his finger up, and India almost got to lunch without losing a wicket. And it took a sharp catch to create that wicket.
A good catch by Tilakaratne. Just look at that. Gets the edge. See how low it goes and picks it up. And for Das's credit, he walks off as well. So an important wicket for Sri Lanka. Striking at the stroke on lunch. Das departs for 68. India 107 for 1.
Rahul Dravid, vice-captain of India, strides to the wicket, averaging 54 in Test cricket with just 3 runs for 4,000. What I like about this fella is that he does stride to the wicket. He doesn't wander in. He walks out there as if to say, hey, you guys have got to get me out now. I can play this game.
Just look at this. Keep your eyes on Hashan Tilakaratne. There you are. And see how low he takes it. Superb anticipation. That's what adds that edge to Muralidharan. The close catching. And isn't he a happy man? Ball flighted. Hits the pad. Then on the bat on its way. Credit to Tilakaratne as well as to Muralidharan for this. See how he anticipates, moves to his right, and how low he takes that catch. That's a brilliant effort indeed. And must compliment Tilakaratne as well as the camera guys.
Come on,
That's
chaps,
a
come
top
on,
shot,
one more.
albeit from the camera's stump cam.
Wonderful catching. They work hard at it. That is vintage Dravid. He doesn't mess around. If he's offered a delivery that he feels he's got enough room to rock back to, he will. Doesn't matter how much it's turning, who it is. Excellent stroke. He's got that past him though. Poor delivery at the end of the day. Short, and Dravid's too good a player to let that get away. 130 for 1. It's ball of the last over. Dravid very happy to play off the back foot against the spinners if he gets the opportunity. And,
Okay, well, Ramesh, as he steered that one through the offside field, actually got to his half century. He's made a couple of... Boy, that's a good shot. He's sweetly timed that one through the onside field. Beautifully played. Yes, he's got a couple of 40s so far in this Test series, but no 50s. And this is actually now his 8th half century in international cricket. He's made 2 centuries. His highest score 143.
Neat clip off the hips over there. Mind you, that ball was a straight delivery. It wasn't down the leg side. Very much from off and middle.
There it is. You can see it's in the centre is the score. And on both sides, both teams feature. So whoever fields the ball, the little light goes on. And so on and so forth. All the extras, the overs, you name it. And nicely, very well operated too. It's always up to date. Up in the top right hand corner there, you can see the man out. SS Das for 68.
It really is an encyclopedia. No doubt about that.
Oh, good shot through the gap again on the offside. It's running away down to the boundary again. Ramesh is timing the ball pretty well. In fact, that was Dravid. It's a right-hander. I'm going well here, mate. Come on, have a go at me, for goodness sake.
Lunging forward on that occasion, Rahul Dravid hit on the up end of the over, 147 for 1.
There's the Dravid cover drive again through the gap on the offside. Stretching a little bit for that one, but he got away all right. And, it ended up going to the boundary for 4. that got rid of, just let's have a look at it again, where it pitched outside leg stump, hit the top of off stump. That is just a sensational delivery. Murali, keep that one, mate. Show your grandchildren. That is a beauty.
Peach of a delivery on that occasion. Muthaiya Muridharan changing his line. Outside leg stump. What a turn that one. Sadagopan Ramesh departs for 55, 147 for 2. The drinks break is on. Be back in a short while.
147 for 2. Murali, at last for him, he struck. Absolute beauty. Saying he's perhaps bowling just a little bit too wide. This one is pitched outside leg and nipped the top of off. Can't blame the batsman. Look at that. Just tipped the bails. Sangakkara is over the moon. So is Murali.
And the rest of the team. That's what you call an absolute ripper. Ball pitched outside leg. Sadagopan Ramesh doing everything right, but clips the bails. And can you see a batsman waiting there when he's bowled? That's not because he disputes it, it's in disbelief.
Oh, his taxi's late. It's taken him a long time. And Saurav Ganguly. Decisive moment. Ganguly averaging 41. The man at the other end is averaging 54. So all the experience there. First ball for Ganguly. And that's a beautiful line. He's got it right now, Murali. Tough ball to face first up. He's negotiated it though. He's lucky to. 147 for 2. Deliveries, Saurav Ganguly still not off the mark. Until now.
Well ball.
And that's gone. Clean over the ropes.
Brilliant shot. That's why Saurav Ganguly is so good and so dangerous. Up to the pitch of it, under it, the elevation he required, straight back past the bowler, into the side screen for a huge blow. That shot worth 6 is worth more in terms of psychological battle as well.
That's a beautiful shot. Don't run. Fraction of width only from Chaminda Vaas. Great shot.
Look at this for execution. Not too short, but that was the element of width that a player like Dravid needs. Waits for it and hits it late. Gets the gap and off it goes for 4. Superb execution.
Full toss. And that could well go for 4 and does. It's nicely timed from Dravid.
Beautiful execution from Rahul Dravid on that occasion. Played with the spin. Head nicely on top of the ball. The key is that really was a juicy full toss, in fact.
Fernando ready to go. Riveting cricket for most of us. A charming young lady on the right having a little afternoon siesta. He's got that through between the two gullies, almost bisected them perfectly. And a safe shot too.
Well, the intent is good, but he pitched it short. I think he should be pitching a fuller length to Ganguly because he's very good at the cut shot. Short and wide, gives ample time to Ganguly to free the arms. Look at that. Pierced and split those two fielders. Blitzed away to the boundary from Saurav Ganguly. Put away in style. Why would you play the waiting game? To be very close. Question is asked. Wait and see whether he made it. The Sri Lankans believe that they've had him. This would be very close.
Well, the body language of the field inside is good. If this is the end of this senior players partnership, it will be great shame for India. And I give that out. I give that out. I don't see a bat over the line there, and the squarer you go, you'll find that bat's even further back. I bet you hasn't even reached the line. That's the route I'm going. Where are you going now, John?
I endorse your view. The bat is on the line. And that's out. There's no doubt whatsoever in my mind.
Technology. Brilliant throw from mid-on. He hit it fairly firmly at him, didn't he? And could that be the beginning of the end of India? Their class act out for 36, 186 for 3.
Let's see how
Mohamed
it goes on,
Kaif playing him in just his 4th test match.
Turning around,
And what an important role he has to play right now.
Let's see what happens, chaps. Come on.
It's a real pressure cooker scenario for the young man. I just have a feeling that this could be the turning point of the game. Dravid going for a sneaky single over there. No real reason for him to really take that risky single. Sri Lankans are delighted. This could really turn the course of the match. He was so important from the Indian point of view. As solid as a rock. Fits into his role as sheet anchor. Technically perfect. Loads of experience behind his back. India needed him out there. What a time to retire. The Sri Lankans definitely have their tail up now. This could open the floodgates for them.
This is a mix-up. This could be trouble. Again, the third umpire will be called for. A desperate dive by Mohammad Khan. Will that save him? Again, the hesitation. No calling. Kef running back to the danger end. Collection is good. And he's short of his ground. I think this might be another line decision.
That's a rebound, and a lucky one for the Sri Lankans. Samarawira went to take it, and it actually just rebounded off his hands onto the stumps, and I think he's just short. Yes, he is. 2 mix-ups in about 4 balls. Now Mohammad Kaif has got to go. 2 run-outs. You cannot excuse that.
And 2 mix-ups in 2 overs. Sri Lanka get another break. India lose their 4th wicket in this fashion. Plays it away, looks for the single. The call is late. Kef is already on his way. And the ball just ricocheting off the hands, finding the bails. Kef shot of his ground, 196 for 4.
That's how the drama has unfolded in this test match. You can see there India in the first innings 234, in the second innings now down the bottom there 196 for 4, and the most recent wicket to fall was that of Mohammad Kaif, run out as a result of being left stranded by the captain. This is how what happened. He said yes and then he said no. Mohammad Kaif was going to the danger end, so had to go flat out, and there is the little deflection back onto the stumps. He was just out of his ground. And, well, very unfortunate from India's point of view. You see there, getting into a good position, very, very difficult to stay calm in situations like that. Just a little bit lucky that he managed to get the ball onto the stumps. But I've got to say to you, he certainly didn't have it in his hand. That's one of the things that the third umpire will be looking at. Did he have the ball under control? Did the ball or his hand remove the bails? But it looks like the ball there hit the stumps. And Mohammad Kaif was 2 inches out of his ground. And the umpire obviously has to call for the replay there. It was just too close to call any other way. Rightio, so it's Hemang Badani. Could he make Kenny make a name for himself? Yeah, he's joining Ganguly out there, and well, Ganguly will be very disappointed. A couple of run-outs that he's been involved in. One was the fault of Dravid.
Come on, chaps, come on now!
Yeah, that definitely was the fault of Ganguly. Some Indian soup at the moment. That's That's nicely played. Lovely shot off the back foot, steered away through that offside field for 4. Lovely timing too. So Badani off the mark with a glorious stroke.
Short and wide, and Badani not afraid to hit it away for 4. India 200 for 4.
This is that forward again, right up on his toes. He's very elegant actually. He plays some lovely shots. Well, that's nicely played. The offside field where it's running away down towards the boundary. This will probably end up going for 4. Unless there's a big gap there, and Jayasuriya wasn't able to stop that one.
Delightful shot by Saurav Ganguly. He's so strong in that area. This one was wide, and there you are. Full flow off the bat, timing just right, and the placement to go with it. Beautiful shot.
He got some bat on that, so he moves up by 1.
Could see that Ganguly gets a touch onto it, tries to flick it away, inside edge onto the pad, and no wonder the cry of catch it from the closing fielders. Turns away at the last moment, and they are just outside the reach of Kumasanga. But unfortunately in this case, Kaif hasn't really come through, and Badani up to now hasn't done the same. So I would say an opportunity missed as far as these youngsters are concerned.
Very good point. It's not often that you get a chance to do something, and just to...
Yes,
he's got him. That's nicely taken. Beautifully taken and slip. That's the end of Ganguly. Jayawardena catches them on a regular basis. That was pretty straightforward. It certainly turned a bit. Samaraweera has got his first wicket in Test cricket. What a time he's having. A century on debut, and now he's got the Indian captain. What's this? Pitch just outside, turned a bit, hit the edge, flew away. Jayawardena took it low. Up she goes, and the celebration begins. A little nod of the head there from the umpire, and Saurav Ganguly has got out here, caught it slip for 30, and at the moment India now 210 for 5. Here's the wicket again. He quite wide of the crease there. Drew Ganguly forward. Nicely taken low into his left there. And there's the celebration. He does enjoy the game, doesn't he? Mahela Jayawardena has made 100 in this Test match, and he's taken some good catches. And, well, Samaraweera, he's having a good time of it too. Another celebration. He's been involved in the celebration associated with his century and debut, and now he's got his first wicket. And what's more, it was a big one. The thing I really do like about this Sri Lankan lot, they really do enjoy each other's success. 210 for 5.
Spectators enjoying that wicket. They know it's a very important one for the Sri Lankan cause. The big wicket of the Indian captain, Saurav Ganguly. Enjoy each other's success as well as share in their...
Watch out! That's right back over the stumps. It's hit the pads. It's gone down onto the ground. It's rolled back down between his legs, and that's the end of Bahatullah. When it goes wrong, let me tell you, it really goes wrong in this game. Well, that was a lousy one, really lousy one. It seemed to me to have a little bit of backspin on it. Has it hit the ground? Let's have another look. Here we go. You can see him brings his pad a long way forward there. I think it went through his legs. Clonk down, no, not through his legs, over the top. It's off his elbow and onto the stumps, boy. And the bails, that's a dreadful sound to hear. Bahatullah out for a duck. And now it's 211 for 6. Samir Digay has been dropped down one position in the batting order. Bahatullah came in just ahead of him. Didn't last very long. 211 for 6 now. And to take over commentary, Barry Richards, and with him is going to be Navjot Singh Sidhu.
Thank you, Tony. Another big shot. I thought we might have been on a hat-trick. Badani looks unperturbed, but he would have just thought about that for a moment. Not far away.
Certainly pitching outside the line on that occasion. No way that was going to hit the stumps. But India certainly in the doldrums, staring at the barrel. The writing is on the wall as far as I'm concerned.
Bowling.
Everything has changed in the last half an hour. This is unlucky. This is the sort of thing that happens to you when you're really out of form and nothing's going right for the side.
Well, the end of another fascinating day's Test cricket. Basically, it was all about, wasn't it? It was about the battle between the spin bowlers and the batsmen. And there is the close of play, 217 for 6. India, an awful lot to do. They didn't need to be 6 down tonight. It's too much, I think, for them to overcome tomorrow. And they're the main man, Muralidharan, just millions of overs. How many has he bowled there? 39 overs, 2 for 60. Fantastic performance, but great support bowling as well. And Muralidharan did it on day one. He got 10 wickets, and many of us thought it wouldn't go to 5 days. Well, we were wrong. It has. We're back here tomorrow. Sri Lanka still need 4 more wickets, and 4 precious wickets they'll be for them. They haven't won a series at home.
Coca-Cola Test Series, and of course this is the last day, and well, I suppose most of us would suggest that it's just a question of time now before the Sri Lankans take away the Coca-Cola trophy. Well, I can tell you it's well, a lovely ground this morning, everything looking nice and friendly, and well, I suspect above all else the Sri Lankans feeling very good. There we are, look at the match summary. Down at the bottom there, the Indians 217 for 6. They still need 159, and they've only got 4 wickets in hand, so that really does present a problem for them. Righto, welcome back to the last rights for India. It's not going to take too long, I shouldn't think. 4 wickets in hand, Murali's in the side, and they'll be very, very keen to wrap it up. They won't want to risk any clouds tossing down any rain around you, although I don't think that's going to happen. Don't get nervous, those of you watching this telecast in Sri Lanka. One of the things that I have enjoyed since I've been coming to Sri Lanka, and in particular on this tour, both teams have been very keen to talk to some of the players of yesteryear. And here's an example of a guy, Barry Richards, as you know, got picked by Bradman in Bradman's best team. And you can see there that the 2 senior players, albeit the fact that they're senior players, still finding time to talk to a great of yesteryear, and I think that's very nice. It doesn't happen all around the world. The Sri Lankans are exactly the same. Barry's got a fair bit to do with them as well, and I just think it's a very, very refreshing aspect of what's happening in this part of the world. There's SS Das and Barry just going through a few things, happy to share what it is that he's picked up over the years with anyone who cares to listen, and of course that's the other side of the story. So that's a nice little touch that has been part and parcel of our telecast throughout this tour here in lovely Sri Lanka. Righto, well, play's about to get underway. I think it's going to be interesting to see exactly what the Sri Lankan captain does for a start. Up in the commentary box to tell you more about it.
Swept away. Quite fine work for Vas here, going to his left.
Another leg spin from the off spinner Muralidharan. Just watch the ball release there. That's the leg spin. So Muralidharan effectively taking a leg spin out of the Sri Lankan bowling equation. That's the skyline. Not too many grey clouds, just heavy white clouds, which is a good indication that there wouldn't be rain, at least for the next couple of hours.
It'll be Chaminda Vas to continue. I must say I'm just a little confused. The new ball is due. They can take whenever they want to.
Center, please. Thank you.
And Ranjan quite right with what he said. Just see how it goes, see how Murali goes or whatever. But I don't think Chaminda Vas should bowl too many in this spell, if there will be a time when that new ball will be taken. I would have thought operate perhaps with 2 spinners now, in case they need that new ball. Oh, that's out. Surely, yeah. That is out. Stone dead. full delivery. Badani playing back. And I would say that's knocking middle and leg out of the ground. Or bowled.
Chaminda was rewarded for consistently pitching that ball up. And there you are. What you got to see is whether it was going down leg. Umpire Asoka De Silva gave it a long, hard look, not fuzzed, and up goes that finger. So Chaminda Faz gets the wicket. Badani surprise, but Badani goes for 11. India 221 for 7.
And that was it. So certainly capable. Average doesn't really maybe tell a story. This is why he's out there. Left arm over, on the back foot, below the roll, on your bike.
Absolutely no doubt. And see where the ball goes after hitting the pad, and that's hit him on the knee roll. It falls on the offside, a good indication that it's not going down on the leg, and there is a good illustration. Hitting him low on the knee roll. Badani a bit disappointed, but umpires Asoka De Silva very rightly giving him out.
Come on, Chefs, come on now.
221 for 7. One wicket has fallen this morning, that of Badani. LBW to Vas in the last over. Oh, he wants a single. There could be a roll. Run out number 3. Dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
This is a bit crazy, to put it mildly. India have already lost 2 wickets in the form of run-outs. This is Dige hitting it, and hitting it hard to Marwan Athapattu. Look at him, ever so cool. He realizes that Dige is at the bowler's end, ever so calmly throws it to Sangakkara, who whips off the bails. So trouble and more trouble for India. Dige departs for 4, run out India 221 for 8.
Zahir Khan, his 8th test match, predominantly an opening bowler, as the average will tell you. 23 not out his best score, so there's a certain nuisance value involved there. Here we go. He just as well take a bottle of sleeping pills. How's this for suicide? Look, nobody's going anywhere except Dige.
Look at that. He drives, calls, and off in a flash. He's almost onto the other side. His partner has not even come into the frame.
Come on now.
And Marwan Athapattu gets run out number 2. Athapattu, the man who's effected 2 run-outs. The first one, the crucial one of Rahul Dravid. Cool player.
Couple there for Harbhajan. Pretty much set on the back foot, I notice. He's played with his feet together, it's moving across the crease, so it wouldn't surprise me if it's caught reasonably full delivery. Attempted slightly slower one. Look where he is, right back on the stumps. Wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Chaminda Vas look to get it really full at him.
It's a matter of time. The last strikes being performed here. Poor fielding from Delahara Fernando. Just went over it. Not really intentional on that occasion. Have a look at that. Just went over the top of the ball.
The batsman. Down he goes in the air. Oh, and just wide of mid-wicket. That could quite easily have gone straight to him. It was played with a cross back, but with the spin. And so 3 more runs. As I can't see these 2 hanging around. They've both got a natural instinct, which is to hit the ball.
I think it's a much better option from Zahir Khan going down the wicket on that time. And to clonk him over mid-on. It's that extra bit of turn that did him in on that occasion. Couldn't get the timing right, but the intent was very correct.
You just love it, don't you, when these batsmen try to smash it over the top. And that's the way to play down the order as well. We've seen Harbhajan successful in that area. We know Murali, for example, is successful and creates far more of a problem. And if he's wise, he ties laces together. We'll see another run out. Oh, he's hit that one in the air. This is going way over the top. Will it be 6? Yes, I think it is. I think it went all the way. That's a lovely hit. Fielder or no fielder at mid-wicket. Harbhajan has said, I'm taking to you, mate. And he's got it right off the meat of the bat. It's gone all the way.
The Indian top order needs to take a leaf out of his book. Out to the screws, out to the middle of the bat. High and handsome. All the way for 6. This one is for the air hostesses.
Oh, reverse sweep, reverse sweep. He goes from 6 over mid-wicket to trying to paddle it away down to third man. Byes given there, 4 of them. So just a little bit of innovation being introduced by Harbhajan. 240 for 8.
Aggressive intent from Harbhajan Singh, making a mockery of all the technique over there. Unique style of his own. Can be very effective.
Let them have a bit of a go. Well, my colleague here looking absolutely splendid again this morning. I just love the way you do this magnificent turban that you wear and all it stands for with that little bit of blue. Now, that matches the shirt, the turban matches, and there's a bit of blue in the tie. But look at this guy. I mean, this is a walking model, I've got to tell you. Oh, that's gone over the top as well, and that'll go down to third man for 4. Yes, another one. Zahir and Harbhajan have decided to take it to the Sri Lankan bowlers.
Extravagant stroke play from Zahir Khan, trying to hit on the up. Have a look at that head, up like a camel. Just trying to whack it out of the stadium. Gives it all of it. In the end, the ball takes the outside edge and runs away to third man. If you want to slash hard.
They had only one before the start of the series, and they won one in Gaul, of course. Oh, he's had a go at that one too. Oh, go and fetch it. Go and fetch it. It's whistling through the offside field for 4. Into the picket she goes. Another 4 all the way along the ground. A little unorthodox, mind you. This is a Navjot Singh Sidhu cover drive.
Flurry of runs over there. Not like me, Tony. It's unbelievable. Innovative cricket at its best. Zahir Khan creating a shot of his own, as if he's playing in the 50th over of a one-day game.
Yes, we've got an interesting little replay to show you. We hear a lot about footwork and how it's important to keep your feet moving. Oh, he's reverse swept that one. We might have to look at that too. he's certainly decided to play in an unorthodox fashion, and what's more, this time he's got that reverse sweep away for 3. Harbhajan. Right, now just getting back to that footwork, this is taking it a little bit too far. This is stretching it a little bit. Just watch him. He goes across to the leg side and then he ends up on the return crease on the other side. Not in the MCC coaching book. Not one I read anyhow.
They're both trying to carve a niche for themselves, Tony. Unique style. Have a look at this one. Was that in the MCC coaching book, Tony?
No, mate. No, definitely the reverse sweep, not in the MCC. Mind you, judging by the way England are playing at the moment, forget the MCC coaching book, right? I mean, just stick with natural ability, whatever feels best. Oh, he's hit that one as well. It's way over the top from outside off stump with the spin. Murali won't enjoy this, I've got to tell you. He's as mean as you could possibly imagine. He hates giving runs away. It makes no difference at what stage.
Comes rather late in the day. Should have happened a lot earlier. Somebody should have taken the aerial route against Muthaiya Muralidharan, because it really demoralizes his psyche. A long on in position. They should have done it a lot earlier, rather late in the day.
Oh, sweep shot down to backward point. Come on then, Navjot. As mean as what? You know all these things. If you're mean, give us something fancy. As mean as what?
I think he's mean at the moment. I think he's as angry as a wasp.
So that's Murali. He's angry, but if he's mean, there's got to be something. You've got to know something. You know everything. Oh, nice little flick around the corner there, but no runs.
Come on, chaps, come on, keep it going.
It's all happening over here. Unique styles, both these batsmen. Have a look at this one.
The leading wicket takers in the series, right at the top there, Mathai Muralidharan with an average of 17.5, and he wants to keep it there. These runs flowing from the bat of these two tailenders not pleasing him too much. Daylight before the rest.
Look at that difference, 22 wickets. The next best is 11. He really has been the difference in the series so far. As a bowler, he's made the difference.
That's in the air and bouncing away. A little lucky to get away with that one. Boss too getting frustrated now. He's decided the odd bouncer might be in order.
Well, he's dishing out to him. He realizes that he's playing a bit of innovative cricket. One really got big on him. Surprised him, in fact. Not in the comfort zone for Zahir Khan. You've got to watch out for that, my friend. There we are.
Oh, Habashan getting an edge on that one. He didn't pick the over spinner, and it's going to go for 4 as well. Another boundary. A slip there would have said thank you very much.
Fortune favours the brave. Harbhajan Singh on that occasion riding his luck. There's no slip in position for Muthaiya Muralidharan. Taken evasive action. This is what aggressive intent does to the bowler. No slip in position. He tries to play it on the onside. Really bamboozled by Murali. The ball goes the other way. Harbhajan Singh is foxed. They're going to perish.
That's well hit as well, and that's another 4 straight down the ground. That's good cricket actually. He realised that there was no one at mid-off over the top and decided to go straight down the ground. Now Murali shouldn't worry about that too much. He should, if he tries to hit it over the top this way, just a little bit of turn and it's all over.
Yes, he's really enticing the batsman to really drive against the spin, fighting the ball. He's got cover, cushion for himself, a deep mid-wicket, a long on.
There's some pretty good performances there. Jayawardena, the best average, right up top, also the most runs. You can see 1 or 2 other good averages. I think it's one thing looking at the runs, you should look at the averages as well. But Dravid's obviously played well, averaging 47, Marvin Padu 56, Sangakkara averaging 65. That's in the air, this could be out. Oh yes, he's got it, that's well taken, very well taken. That wasn't a bad shot. Way down towards square leg. And very nicely taken. Habashan there has hit that one right out in the middle of the bat. And it looked like Marvin Padu came in and caught it really low. Very, very good catch.
Well, there's always free cheese in a mouse trap. He's lured him into the trap. Had a man in position at square leg. Easy catch for him. Though he made it difficult. Couldn't really judge it. In the end, Was is delighted. And Harbhajan Singh departs for 17, India 269 for 9.
Well, it's the number 11 for India. Venkatesh Prasad walking out to the centre now. An average of 7 and his best of 30, no doubt.
This is the wicket. Short. Really timed that very well, but just found the fielder. Nothing wrong with that shot. To take one thing in account, there was a man in position. That's where Chamenda was really fooled him and lured him into a trap. That's his reaction. Very disappointed, Harbhajan Singh.
It's just worth pointing out that prior to this match, the best result for Sri Lanka was a win by an innings in 77. That's the most comprehensive victory against Zimbabwe, an innings in 77 runs. And that will be exceeded today, I suspect. It must be played.
I don't think Sri Lanka has ever won a series against India. I'd be looking to, or maybe just once in 85. That's what Mr. Dinar tells me, and my friend Ranjan Madhugule.
You've got to be very careful here that you don't make sweeping statements, otherwise these Sri Lankans in particular jump straight down your throat, don't they?
Well, I've given a lot of credit to Sri Lanka. You can't really deny this victory to them. They've outwitted and outplayed India, Tony.
Oh, he's had a go at this one. It's going down to third man. It's a top edge. Another 4. Well, Zahir Khan has decided whatever else he does today, he's going to hit a few sixes.
Definitely the right approach. There's no point prolonging this slow death. Why not have a go? Why not have the aggressive intent? No point pushing and prodding and then spelling your demise. Had a go, slashed hard. Intended to hit it over the top of mid-off. It's another story that it went over third man.
Oh, he's hit that one. That's a biggie. It's going to go all the way. Forget about that one. It's over the top for 6. Way down the ground. Down over the top of Longon's head. A lovely shot.
That's a real monster hit from Zahir Khan. Down to the pitch of the ball. Got the elevation right. Brute force from him. High and handsome over the top. That's half a dozen.
Well, there's the reverse sweep by him as well, and that one's gone through cover. It's one thing playing the reverse sweep, it's another thing hitting it through covers. 283. Zahir Khan has ended up on 36 so far. It's 285 for 9.
That's out of the ground as well. This is a tremendous display of hitting from Zahir Khan.
This is an absolute beauty with the spin, sweet timing, elevation, everything right. And he gets half a dozen for it. What a beautiful shot. Look at that. Muralidharan dealt a harsh blow by this young man.
The off-spinner won't like this. Doesn't like having runs hit off him, particularly with such huge hits as these. Reverse sweep. It's beaten everybody. The batsman, the wicket-keeper, and the short fine leg. That'll run away for 4 byes. So Zahir Khan having some fun.
Fun it is. A reverse sweep attempted. Misses everything. Gets good bounce as well. And Sangakkara just not quick enough. That's the one that goes straight through. And look at that, Sangakkara not reading it as well. And off it goes for 4 byes.
Down the wicket again, that's gone very high. There is a man under it. I bet he wishes he wasn't there, but he's hung on to it. Well caught, the game's over. Sri Lanka win by an innings and some, and with it, the Coca-Cola series.
The series win for Sri Lanka after 2 years. Handshakes all around, celebrations in the stand. Zahir Khan going for the big hit. That's the way he was playing it. And Atapattu, safe as houses, takes the catch. So that's jubilation, satisfaction for all the hard work that's gone. Zahir Khan going up and under. And Marwan Atapattu judging it. Very difficult catch because it's so high in there. But he's got safe hands. 2 run-outs, 2 catches to go. Zahir Khan, the man who goes, playing a fine hand at the end for 45. Hugs all around, Robin.
Indeed, tremendous performance from the home team. The last time they beat India in Sri Lanka, they beat them 1-0 back in 1985-86. This time, India got a victory, and they came here to the Sinhalese Sports Club All Square 5 days ago, and all the damage really was done on day 1 by Utai Muralidharan. Wonderful spell of bowling, 8 wickets in that innings. 10 wickets falling in 2 sessions. Conversation between him and Venkatesh Prasad. And it's kind of right that Murali took the last wicket to clinch the series. He's 11th in the match. And his 23rd wicket in the series. Fantastic performance from an outstanding off-spin bowler. What crowd there is, rise to the heroes. Some spirited resistance from India in this last innings, facing a huge deficit after the 610 for 6 Sri Lanka posted with 4 centuries. And this is how it all ended. Just gets under it a little bit too much. He's hit a few a very long way. That's gone a long way, but it's gone straight up. Marvin Atapattu takes a good catch. Just about had snow on it, that ball, when it came down. So delight for the Sri Lankan crowd and all their players. Eyes on the ball, steady yourself. Gotcha. So that's the situation. India, remember, won the toss on Wednesday morning on a pretty good batting pitch. Were 91 for no wicket at lunch, 97 for no wicket, and that's when the first wicket fell. And within 2 sessions, Murali Dhuran had bowled them out 8 for 87. The only real contribution, SS Das 59. And Sri Lanka, with 4 centurions, amassed 610 for 6, leaving India a huge deficit, which eventually came to an end just a few minutes ago. All out for 299. Once again, the only contribution, SS Das 68.
Righto, ladies and gentlemen, time now for the presentation, and of course it's my honourable duty to introduce to you the folk up here on the head table, so to speak. Mr. Anura Tennakoon on the left, he's the Chief Executive of the Board of Control for Cricket in Sri Lanka, also a former Sri Lankan captain, and alongside him, representing the sponsors of this tournament, Mr. Imal Fonseca. He's the Marketing Manager, Coca-Cola Beverages Sri Lanka Limited, and Mr. Vijay Malalasekara, Chairman of the Interim Committee, Board of Control for Cricket in Sri Lanka. Welcome, gentlemen. Righto, congratulations as well, I suppose, definitely due to the Sri Lankans winning this test match by, well, equaling their record in innings and 77 runs. So a fantastic performance by the Sri Lankans in this deciding test match. The Indians, we all know, have played without 1 or 2 of their better players, and it's my pleasure, first of all, to ask Saurav Ganguly if he wouldn't mind coming up and having a little chat with us. Well, they're going to get all the accolades because they won, but you did play some good cricket.
Yeah, we played good cricket, but we're not very consistent on this trip. It's been a good trip for the youngsters to learn what international cricket's all about. We've lost important games. It's not the first time it's happened. We've done it before. I hope we learn from it and improve on it in the future.
The conditions in Sri Lanka this time round, how have you found them?
Well, there were good wickets for cricket. This was the best of all the 3 test matches. The other 2 had a bit of life. But I thought the Sri Lankans played better cricket than us. Murali Dhuran took it away in the first innings. And they batted better, 400s. They converted their starts into hundreds, which we have to do. We didn't do that well in this series. We got too many 50s and 60s and 30s, which we have to convert if we have to win test series.
Okay, Saurav, well, you've lost here. The Indian public is normally quite severe on losing sides, but I think obviously there is a little bit of a so-called excuse in so much as your top side was not here. We're aware of that. Where to from here?
Well, there's no excuse in the game. Injuries are bound to happen in cricket, especially the amount of cricket we play. But then it also gives opportunities for the young boys and other people to come out and do their best, which we haven't. I don't want to give any excuses for any losses. If we go to South Africa in a month's time, it's going to be a hard series. We will probably be with our full strength, which is going to be a blessing. And I hope we play good cricket, because that's going to be tough. We've got to be tough up in the mind to succeed there.
Just one interesting query. I'm sure a lot of people in India and here will be interested to hear your views on this. The Indians, are they as fit as the Sri Lankans?
Well, that's a difficult thing to say. They look a fit side, but we also play a lot of cricket. and that results in a few injuries. They've got their cricket well spaced out. We've got to see them when they play day in, day out as we do.
Right, well, thank you very much for the contribution you and your team have made to the entertainment here, and very good luck in your series that lie ahead.
Thanks.
Rightio, ladies and gentlemen, not just for the captain, but for the whole Indian team. They've provided us with some good entertainment on this tour. Righto, it's time now for the Man of the Match award, and of course the Man of the Match is picked by the WSG Nimbus commentators, and well, it wasn't that hard, we don't think, this time round. The little fellow himself, Mathaya Muralidharan. Righto, well, he wants to take the check before he speaks to me, and Mr. Imal Fonseca making the presentation there. There we are, the Coca-Cola Cup Man of the Match, Mathaya Muralidharan. Congratulations. That smile of yours was almost permanently on your face in the first innings.
Yeah, thanks, Tony, because I think first innings was the key, because I thought a little bit of bounce in the wicket, so it's helped me. So a little bit bad shots as well they played, so it helped me as well.
Yeah, it was an interesting pitch, this one. Didn't turn that. Do you enjoy bowling here?
Yeah, definitely, because I got 60 or 70 wickets in SSC, so I think enjoying.
Yeah, we're just watching a few of the wickets you got in this test match. It does help a little bit, though, nowadays, doesn't it, having a quite strong pace attack. So it's not just Mathaya and his off-spinners on his own now, because you've got Delaro Fernando, who's a fast bowler, Chaminda still bowling well, and some good backup support as well.
Yeah, because you can't depend on only one bowler, because you need about 2 or 3 bowlers to win matches. So I think the coach and the selectors has done the good job, because getting 4 fast bowlers in the side, or otherwise playing with 5 bowlers, so it's helped me. I think it's a good idea, because in future it will be good.
We've talked a lot about the fast bowlers. What about your fitness? How are you feeling? You bowled a lot of overs in this test match. Have you scrubbed up well?
Yeah, I'm fit, yeah.
What were you doing on that massage table then?
Yeah, I had a little bit of niggle on the neck, so I thought Alex and there's a new physio has slapped and did a good job.
They certainly did. Right, well, congratulations. Very well done in this test match in particular, and also in the series. You enjoyed the series?
Yeah, definitely, because Indians also played well, because you can say in Kandy they really came back, and we thought we don't want to let, like in England or South Africa, so we tried hard and tried to get a win here.
Righto, well, congratulations. Now, don't go too far, because now it's the Man of the Series award, and of course, this little bloke really has done very well. It goes without saying that, because I'm keeping him here, that he is also the Man of the Series, and I'd like to ask you to go up and receive that award as well. So there he is, Man of the Match, Man of the Series. What a time he's had. Not only has he got wickets, but he got some runs as well. Congratulations, Mathaya Muralidharan. Yes, and we shouldn't forget some of the other fantastic performances in the series as well. There was certainly that great century by Sanat Jayasuriya when he won the Man of the Match down in Gaul, which tended to tip the scales. And of course, Jayawardene has played very well too in this series, making hundreds as well. And there have been some good performances by the Indians as well. So all of you who've played well in the series, congratulations. Righto, now then, the time has come for us to get the captain of Sri Lanka to come up here, Sanat Jayasuriya. He's going to eventually accept the Coca-Cola trophy, but before he does that, I want to have a talk to him. And why don't you go and get the cheque first? You can take the cheque, but not the trophy. We're going to say that at the last, right? Mr. Vijay Malasekara giving Sanat Jayasuriya the cheque. And there it is, the Coca-Cola Cup Test Series winner's cheque, $10,000 US. Right, down here, Sanat, down here. No, not yet, not yet. We're going to have that at the end. We've got to talk to you first, because once we give you that trophy, I know what all your mates are going to want to come over here, and we won't get hold of you. Congratulations, you must be pretty proud of your team. Can I just say that one of the things that we've been impressed with is the fact that you and your team seem to enjoy each other's success.
Yeah, I think that is the important thing. I think all the players supporting each other. They're right throughout After I started my captaincy, that is what I want, supporting each other. I think the bowlers supporting batsmen, batsmen supporting bowlers. We have a very good team spirit at the moment, yes.
You've got a good team spirit, and now you've got some backup for Mathai Muralidharan. You're not totally dependent upon him. That makes the job as captain a little easier.
Yeah, it is, because we got a few all-rounders. Chaminda Vas is bowling there, and we got Tilan Samaraweera, a young player, and he played really well. And we got a few bowlers to bowl and support Murali from the other end.
Was that one of the special moments in your Test career, watching one of your youngsters on debut making a century in Test cricket in his first match?
Yeah, I think it was nice to see Tilan coming back and getting 100 in the first match, and also he bowled well, and I think he has a very good future for Sri Lanka cricket.
Yes, that's right. He certainly has. Righto, well, you've won this Test series. It was 1-1 at one stage. We all thought that you might be heading the same way as one or two of the other series. Win the first one and lose the second one at Kandy. What did you actually do that was different this time round?
I think we had a chat with the batsman, and especially what we want to do it here. I think the main difference is the Murali. The first innings, he got 8 wickets. That is the difference, because we got them out for 234. And the batsman got responsibility, and everybody, Hashan, Mahela, Marwan and Tilan, we got 400s in that innings. I think those 4 got 400s, and we are just ahead of Indians.
That's right. You played very well. Congratulations to you and your team. Well done on your captaincy and your contribution yourself, especially down in that first Test match, which made a huge difference. And we're now going to allow you to go up and get your hands on that wonderful Coca-Cola trophy. Sana Jayasuriya and the Sri Lankan team, the Coca-Cola trophy, Mr. Vijaya Malalasekara presenting it to the captain of the Sri Lankan team. He's already received $10,000. And this is what they've been playing for, ladies and gentlemen.
So a fantastic performance here by the Sri Lankan team. They win their first series against India in almost 16 years. And really, from Sri Lanka's point of view, no matter how well Muralidharan did, one has to say that it's been a great team effort. Good batting performance here. Good solid contributions from everyone in the top of the order has resulted in a series win after a long, long time. And Sri Lanka really have to think about this series and think about that Test match in Kandy. But for a couple of sessions, they might have well won the series 3-0. They were clearly the better side and deserve all the accolades they're getting. Sana Jayasuriya, he's been in the hot seat for some time, and he would have learnt a lot on this trip. They showed great character to bounce back after losing that Test match in Kandy. And that's something they had not done in the past against teams like South Africa and England. So a lot to learn here for the Sri Lankans. Plenty of young players have also come through. I think Dilara Fernando is a young fast bowler one will hear a lot of in the future. Tilan Samaraweera playing his first Test match, got 100. But after all, at the end of the day, it was the two big boys, Sana Jayasuriya leading from the front in the first Test match, and Mathai Muralidharan, right through the series, made an impact. He finished with the man of the series, 10 wickets in this match, and really it was his performance on the first day that meant that Sri Lanka would go on and win the series. So we hope you've enjoyed the entertainment over the last few weeks. We look forward to your company again. Until next time, from all of us here in